Yes, come on. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
It's been more than 10 seconds. Can we please stop playing the song before we get
Listen.
copyrighted?
Enzo Fernandez, baby. Let's go.
Oscar's captain, leader, legend.
Chelsea, 2 wins on the bounce since our last podcast. We're slapping teams. We're scoring 4 goals every game. Talk to me nice, man. Talk to me nice.
I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
I know I'm ill. You can see I'm not sounding the best. Let's get this friggin' show over with. Let's talk.
Started and get it over.
Let's talk.
Let us talk indeed. I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
Deluded, crazy, egomaniac. In May, you're going to be calling me champ. Thank you.
Wowza, man.
Champions can't even play games in football where the rest of the country does. I hear it.
They don't want to defend the title.
Pete, can I say something before we get going?
Yeah, let's go for it. Go on.
I feel like the energy is a bit low. I want to raise the energy. I want everybody to make some noise. Can we hear some noise from the 3-point collectors?
Woo! Woo!
Why are you making noise, AD?
Adrian,
Adrian, why are you making noise?
A sound. Don't you dare make a sound. Don't you dare.
Oh. And you know what? I genuinely thought we won this week, you know?
I said Liverpool not playing felt like a win.
It felt like you got 3 points, in fairness. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Guys, before we get into the nitty-gritty, what was your surprise or highlight of the week?
What?
I love how this catches you guys out every week. Every week we forget.
No,
this
because
question.
bad things happen this week.
Yeah.
You know, this week has been a bit annoying. Like, we didn't win the constructors, so I'm annoyed about that. Manchester United is Manchester United, but we'll get onto that. I'm not feeling good. This has not been a good week for you.
Guys, can't relate. I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling fine. My team keeps on winning. I keep getting happier. We're on the countdown to Christmas, guys. This weekend I went to a Christmas carol service. I'm in, guys. I'm all the way in. Yeah. All the nativity, all the Jesus songs, even the Santa Claus songs. Bring them on. Right?
Yeah?
Great time.
Does it feel like Christmas to you lot yet?
Yeah.
It does.
Sunday,
It does.
Sorry, this weekend I went to a Christmas carols thing and it got me in the mood, guys. I'm there. Feliz Navidad. Let's go.
Feliz Navidad.
Let's go.
What about the rest of you, man?
Favorite Spanish saying.
You feeling Christmassy yet? Is it? Are we there? What about the listeners as well in the comment section?
I am very concerned. It got to like December the 1st on the radio. They're just belting out all the Christmas songs on the loop, and I was sick of it. I was I can't do this anymore. You go another 20 odd days of this. Bloody hell. I don't know. I'm becoming a bitter old man. I'm becoming Ebenezer.
Let's go.
In my office,
give Mariah Carey her royalties, man. I love it.
Facts. In my office, they put up like Christmas decorations in the last week of November. I said, this is too much. This is too early. But now, December 9th, here we are.
No, I am Team Christmas. I normally give people until November 1st because I don't do a Thanksgiving. But November 1st onwards, I'm like, yep.
November
the 1st?
Yep.
That's the good line somewhere. November the 1st.
So I will tell you this. In my neighborhood where I live, the first Christmas decorations, like full on like outdoor lights, went up, and I recorded it. Where'd I put it? October 27th.
No, it's ridiculous.
I'm all for it. Let people enjoy their holidays, man. This world is miserable, yeah. So if people want to spend a little bit of joy, go for it.
So
shout out to them people that live by Burgess Park that do their Christmas lights early. Big up them, man. Remember that house? That one house by Burgess Park that always.
Oh yes, I do. It lit up the whole sky
by the estate.
It lit up the whole of Southeast London.
The estate one.
Every year the lights were. The light bill was crazy every year.
I know the brother. I actually live near there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, calm guy.
Sick man.
Pete.
I mean, for me, it's usually double figures when I get into the Christmas vibes. But then I did learn as well that you have to kind of create it yourself because Christmas is a gimmick. You kind of have to. You have to fester it yourself.
The birth of Jesus Christ is a gimmick.
No, I didn't say the birth of Jesus Christ. What I said was, like,
I'm playing.
You know what I'm saying? You know what we're talking about here, you clown. Is that basically you kind of have to put the vibes on. Does that make sense? Like when we were kids, it was flooded. We were flooded with it, and we couldn't help it. But now, it's like, as you get older, I don't think you're grumpy, AD. I think it's just one of them ones where you got to tune the bass.
I think it's slightly different. I think, and I know we're going on a tangent here, but I think Christmas is becoming just less festive, if I'm very honest. I feel like it's more about the commercial more than anything. But I think
you're just not a kid anymore. Like when you were a kid, you were going to like nativities and you were doing Christmas. Your schools and stuff, they force Christmas on you a little bit. And then you just love it.
Yeah.
I don't think, and you watch Christmas movies, all that stuff. As an adult, you're still working. Us man are working up until December 23rd.
23rd.
I was been celebrating Christmas, so you're working.
Yeah, that's true. I'm working until I think December 23rd.
Yeah, so
well, like till like December, whatever, 20th.
There you go. Hey, Nat said being broke at Christmas is peak. Listen, I don't wish that on anyone. He said, man, don't even wish you a Merry Christmas on the street because the cost of living got everywhere.
Do you know what it is, though? I'll say it this year, what I'm feeling. It's travel. This is the first time I am paying to come home. I'm like, nah, it's actually peak.
And that's it. It's the first time he's paying to come home.
He's thinking, is this worth it? That's just the Christmas in yards.
Yeah.
Christmas in Belgium.
Yeah,
no, it's peak. My highlight of the week, obviously, McLaren winning the constructors title this weekend. In the feels, guys, in the friggin' feels. Okay, join me on McLaren Fan TV tomorrow at 7 p.m. to hear all about it. We are live from the London Stadium. West Ham United are playing Wolves Monday Night Football. I feel like West Ham have been on Monday Night Football a few times. But yeah. Anybody watching this game at the current moment in time?
So I have it in the background, and essentially speaking, it's only started, just a couple here and there, so nothing out of the ordinary.
How
important is it for Lopetegui to win this game?
I thought this was El Sacico. That's what they're calling it.
I think this is an El Sacico.
What, you think Gary O'Neill's under pressure?
No, because I've been reading like the news this week. Like both teams are like, you got one more game. So
you think Gary O'Neill's? Of course, he's under pressure.
Wolves will be fine. Like I don't think Wolves are in the West Ham situation.
We know they'll be fine, but
doesn't mean he can't lose his job.
No, this is a big game, man. I know. Obviously, West Ham they've just lost Mikel Antonio for the entire season.
His contract runs out at the end of the season as well.
I mean, for those that don't know, he was in a horrible car accident, and apparently he's in hospital in a stable condition. But the reports that I read today, coming out of credible newspapers, was that he's unlikely to play again for the rest of the year. Not this year, in the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean,
they said this could force him into retirement. It's that bad.
I was going to say, because Brandon he's at 34 now as well. So
yeah, it's peak, man. It's sad. It's obviously we don't, it's just it's them ones, isn't it? Like. I don't know what you man think about the story, but like,
I need to understand how did it happen. Like, obviously, that's more what I'm looking for. Yeah,
they're obviously keeping that quiet, and I have a feeling it's because there might be a bit more to this than what we just got, kind of thing. Because the accident is horrific to the point where was it the firefighters had to cut the car,
the claw,
he was in there for 58 minutes in the car till they got him out.
Agonizing, excruciating pain.
In excruciating pain. And I'm wondering, okay, of course, wind and I heard the car aquaplaned. So you have to wonder, and was it a Porsche? I can't remember the make of the car now. It escapes me. But it was like a Porsche or whatever.
A silver sports car.
How fast was he probably going? Do you know what I mean? Because it's not just a 20 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour road. That doesn't do that. And if it was countryside, it looked like it was in the sticks somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it serves us anything speculating at this point, innit? We just don't know.
No, of course.
But, yeah, man. Hope he gets well soon, man. Obviously, it's horrible to have that happen to you in your career, innit? It's not a long career as a footballer, and now it's going to be cut even shorter for him. While he was playing every week for West Ham, so
yeah, I did notice that the West Ham players wore. Nine minutes of play have just happened, and they're all applauding him at the moment. And I saw in the pre-match that the West Ham players were wearing Antonio shirts in terms of like, I take it he's conscious and he's awake, right?
They said stable condition, so I'm assuming
stable condition. I don't know what that means.
Oh right, okay, so he could be in a coma still or something.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Flipping hell.
Nat says the car was the Ferrari. He thinks that's the important information.
Oh yeah. Oscar, let's get into the comment section anyway.
Let's get into it, because guys, we need to go. We need to go, guys. You guys can't take this joy from me today. You can't. Okay. Mirad says, "Good evening to the greatest football podcast to air on a Monday night when agendas have to run. City dropping points away to lower league opposition yet again."
This guy's a sick man.
Yeah, he's a sick man. How can the first comment be about the team that you don't support when your team is moving a bit? Miraj says, quote of the day: the Arsenal representation on the podcast: start, bench, or 2-foot. Robin Van Persie, Ashley Cole, Emmanuel Adebayor. So Pete, you're the only one here, so you've got to answer this one. Who do you start? Who do you bench? And who do you 2-foot?
I start Robin Van Persie.
What?
I start Robin Van Persie. I bench Ashley Cole and I 2-foot Adebayor.
You hate Adebayor the most out of those two.
I mean, look at the quality of players.
Oh, you actually thinking about football quality?
I was thinking about football. I don't know. He said start, bench, and 2-foot.
I thought you're thinking about who you dislike the most.
Who do I dislike the most? I mean, Adebayor did run to our fans and slid. And did a 100-meter skid. He then played for Spurs after that as well.
A fantastic run.
He ran into the North Bank for Spurs as well. Do you get what I'm saying? It's up there. Cole left because of money. Cole just left because he just left because of the money. And then Van Persie went and spat in our face going to our biggest rival and go win the league and win number 20 instead of wearing number 9.
I was going to say something crazy, but let me know. Assad says, "Hey Peter, are Chelsea still not making top 4? Nearly at the halfway mark, and we're above your super team in phase 6. Absolute melon."
In phase 6, you're such a tool.
He's called you a melon. He's called you a melon.
And he's a tool. What are we, like 15 games in? Okay.
Well, answer his question. He said, "Are Chelsea still not making top 4?
Are they making top 4 still?
Because you did say we weren't on the opening.
Yeah, I was very confident they wouldn't. Do I think they are now? That's a good question. I would say yes, they are making top 4.
Can we get an apology or
no? There's no need to apologize. What do I apologize for?
Because you went on a rant about
who did I hurt?
You've already me. It was me.
I didn't realize if you predict something and you think that's going to change, that you should apologize.
What you need to apologize for is wasting our time. But I will wait till the end of the season for that apology.
Wasting your time. Be careful. Tread carefully, mate. Tread carefully.
I'm willing to wait till my stance ain't changed.
There's a Chelsea fan that I know who I work with, and he said something to me today that made me think, I said that you'll be all right, but he brought up something that I don't think many considered or have thought about.
When we get to the Chelsea segment, bring it out. I want to hear.
Oh yeah, I will.
Tahar says, "Big up top 4, Enzo, Peter, 2 points above you. Let's talk." The Chelsea fans want to hear from you, bro.
No, but listen, it's like what did I say last week when we were discussing Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal? I'm sitting there thinking, guys, we are game week 13, and man, we're talking all sorts of things.
Let's take time.
Yeah.
The main question I remember was saying, "Are Chelsea in the title race?" That was the big one that everyone.
What? Who's asking that?
No, because people ask Peter, "Are Chelsea in the title race?" compared to Man City and Liverpool and Arsenal, and he firmly said no. So I'm interested.
I don't know.
Ask Oscar the question. Ask Oscar the question. He's a Chelsea fan.
I don't know anything about titles.
He's
I know
a Chelsea fan.
The only titles I know is Mr. and Mrs. That's it. I don't know. Anything about that.
Hey.
Baraki says, "Big up."
No doctors, no professors. I hear
that. Yeah, doctor, professor, you know them one.
What about mixed?
Huh?
Reverend?
What about MX?
I don't know. What do they call themselves?
Anyways, let's move on.
They can decide, no?
This is not a political podcast.
It really isn't.
Baraki says, "Big up to the best podcast to air on a Monday afternoon when you know that there are 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Spurs being Spurs. Come on, you Blues." Fernandez. Wow. Wow. Assad then says AD thinks we don't remember what happened at St. James's Park in midweek. That's true. AD was happy at the beginning. You can't be happy.
I know.
You can't smile if your team didn't get 3 points. You can't laugh. I said 3-point collectors. You're there making noise. Keep quiet.
You know them right here.
First of all, we're 4 points on top of you with a game in hand. So pipe down, yeah?
So does that make you a 3-point collector this week? I just want to know.
I genuinely forgot. No, because the weekend was so good. I thought we won. I genuinely thought we won. It was a misstep. I apologize.
I can't lie. I forgot we played Man United midweek, if I'm honest. Should we get into the first topic of proceedings? Shall we get into it?
Let's go to topic one. Let's
get to topic one. Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, always. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Chelsea 4. How long? Oscar, can I just
7-goal thriller.
2 seconds. Do I do the cheer up Postecoglou or do I do the new Postecoglou one that Spurs made up on the weekend?
Why not both?
Cheer up Postecoglou.
I hate this song. I still hate this song because it's been stolen.
And football team. Yeah, you know they got a song where it goes like oh Ange Postecoglou. You know that song? That's what they sing it every single game. It sounds like they're doing hymns, literally like when they do when the Spurs go marching in. But then like they remixed it this week and it was like oh Ange Poster, no clue. I said yes. This is it. It's big gang, guys. It's in.
I'm old school. I'm still on the I'm loving Big Ange instead. Wow,
people.
Top tier.
I mean,
Spurs
Oscar
have given us so much material.
No, the thing is, none of you don't learn. You lot don't learn. Like
why is it no stop there, Pete? Why is it that we don't learn?
Stop. Because you know what?
Why is it us? Why is it us?
Because there has been seasons and years where you guys, you look at Tottenham Hotspur and you lot lift up your skirt. You flirt a little bit with them every single season. Even last season when you lot were telling me Ange Postecoglou, you know what I'm saying?
Ange Ball.
Ange Ball. That was the one. Ange Ball.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna ask you.
I vividly remember the podcast where we were like, guys, you gotta give Ange Ball his credit.
They were top of the league, and you lot were having you lot were fiending for the pog. The thing is, it's like it was I think after 8 games, I think they'd won like 6 or whatever. They're top of the league, man, and we're fiending. Let me ask you a question before we get to that Chelsea stuff, right?
Yeah.
Has Postecoglou taken Tottenham forwards or backwards in comparison to Antonio Conte? Think about the question.
Backwards.
You're damn friggin' right.
So it was a promising.
No more to be said on
that. It
that.
Was a promising start in his first 10 years, 10 games, and then it all went downhill from there. That's what just happened.
But
Oscar, talk your Chelsea talk, mate.
He's still in a competition to win.
Friggin' Toby from Neighbours. Get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here.
Who did they say he looks like?
Toby.
No, there was another one.
Tobes.
There was another. No, bro, on the Big Six podcast, they said he looks like Paul Bearer. I was dying. Oh
my gosh! Wow,
I was dying. Why is
Paul Bearer?
His physique is like he's like the evil shark from Shark Tale.
He's a bear.
Yes.
He's a bear. That's what it is.
The evil shark.
There's another cartoon. There's another cartoon I'm thinking of. The cartoon, the guy's bald and he's like hench with a massive jacket. He looks like a dictator. I forgot what it is. It's like The Incredibles.
I know exactly.
It's like among that kind of.
Is it Groot from Despicable Me?
I think it's Despicable Me. Yeah, it's that thing, that era there.
One of them.
Anywho, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game.
You're to me.
Oscar, I'm going to volley that over to you, man. I'm going to serve that to you.
Let's go! All right,
another 4 goals at the toilet bowl. You don't just go there, take a dump every time you lot arrive.
Do you ever have a moment or a game where you realize how much you love your club? That was me yesterday. I love this club. The feeling is restored. Oh, guys, yesterday was so beautiful, because I'm watching the game, I'm not at home, so I'm watching it on my phone, streaming. Obviously, Robin in the group chat drops eyes. Just eyes emojis. So obviously I know that's not a Chelsea goal.
So you went at the game?
No, that wasn't at the game.
Oh.
No, because the way the game start, I was like, hold on, what's happening here?
When you put eyes emoji, I'm thinking it's either a red card or Tottenham goal. Which one? Let me just watch this play out. And I see the most stupidness from Cucurella, to just slip on the ball, give the ball away. And then, even then, Tottenham still had work to do, but Solanke slots in the first goal. I said, cool, calm, collected. Even then, though, guys, I'm still like, we have a team that can come back in games. So the one thing I'm proud of about Chelsea this season is the fact that, United, Old Trafford, we went a goal down, we bounced back. Arsenal, we went a goal down, bounced back. Liverpool, we went a goal down, bounced back. So whilst it's horrible that we keep conceding goals, the resilience of the team and the quality of the team, I have faith in them that they're always going to come back and start playing our football again. But then it happens again. And we go 2-0 down in the space of 10 minutes. And then even after that, Spurs had another opportunity to score. And I'm thinking, why are we on the ropes for 13 minutes? It was a tough start where, you know me on this Top 4 podcast, I never give credit to teams for making comebacks. I always say you shouldn't be 2-0 down in the first place. Why are you making comebacks?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be 2-0 down. Why are you 2-0 down? But big up the boys because they kept playing their way. Nobody's heads dropped. Nobody lost their way. And within 5 minutes of us conceding, I was like, yeah, the game's still there. Against any other top team, you're 2-0 down. I'm worried. Yeah, I'm very, very worried because you think the game is over. Against this Spurs team, I'm sorry, Ange Postecoglou has to take so much of the responsibility for this loss because you can't do, we're only going to play one way and never change it up. He never, ever made it difficult for us. Never. There was not one moment in this game where I thought, Tottenham are just going to stay firm and keep it tight and keep us out. So I want to say a big thank you to Manchester United for our first goal back. Jadon Sancho, that goal was crazy.
Crazy goal.
Do you know what that goal is? It's two things. It's a fantastic goal, and I'm not taking that from Jadon Sancho. But why did he have the whole of North London available? Why did he have the whole of North London available? I mean, there was no intent to tackle him. There was no closing down. I just saw him run, take a few steps, got into the middle, got into position to fire, and he did. And I was like, you know what? Tottenham have no right to complain about that goal. So, no, it's just a fair one.
Yeah,
Tottenham are crap, man.
No, they really are. They really are.
No, because they've lost 7 games. We've played 15. They're on course to losing 14 games, maybe 15 games in a Premier League season. It's like half your games. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Almost half your games.
And so I don't even think their squad's that bad.
I'll turn it in, man. Turn it in. Turn it in. When you say not that bad, it depends what your context is. What are we saying? Not that bad for what?
I think they are badly organized as opposed to bad players.
Say they were professionally organized. Say everything. Say all the ducks aligned. What are we saying? Tottenham are fighting who, challenging what? What's their aspiration season by season? Fifth. Okay, well, fine then. Okay, fine then. So the squad's not that great then. if we're saying, you know what, you said it's not that bad.
Yeah, if you build on 5th, if Tottenham sign Smart after finishing 5th consecutively, for example, then they can aspire for higher.
Who finished 5th last year?
Spurs.
Tottenham Hotspur. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you're saying that they're going to finish potentially lower.
You're saying they're going to lose 15 games.
Yeah,
their squad's better than 15 games.
We lost 14 games, so I know no one else did in the top 6. Do you know what I mean?
You lot finished 6th with 14 defeats.
Yep.
No, we finished 8th.
No, 7th. Finished 8th. Yeah. Chelsea finished 7th. Remember, and we won the FA Cup. That's why they're in the conference.
I was going to say, why are you in the Europa League then? I was like, oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. FA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. I mean. Guys, no, it's just mediocre FC.
If you build on Kulusevski, James Maddison, and Star, for example, as your midfield base, deal with the fact that your right back is a flipping joker sometimes. I think he's a perfect right wing back, but he's not a good right back.
Guys, but we've been here. How many times have you said that though?
No,
How
Yeah.
many times have you said that? I've heard since the Pochettino era. Sorry, Ernest, since the Pochettino era, I have heard if only
but
Tottenham Hotspur and if only.
But Pete, since the Pots era, they've made Champions League once. They've made Europa League a couple of times. So
They
it's
made
not
the
like
Champions League
it's-
final.
They finished second under Pochettino. They got to the Champions League final under Pochettino. So again, if you build on that, if Daniel Levy is in, if he speak on that Italian left back, he is. Yeah, Udogi's had like good PR, but he's not.
What did expressions say? Destiny getting doggies.
yeah, they call him Doggy Star. That's crazy.
I'm not going to lie. His name is Ali though.
It's an alley. It's an
Yeah, for real.
alley.
I can't name be a Y. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit peak. I mean, look. Anyway, Tottenham are crap, bro. Oscar.
Yeah, but they are crap. But one thing about Chelsea is that we've just got this attacking flair that if you give us that kind of space, we're guys.
Well,
Tottenham is
you'll
the best
hurt
team in the
teams.
league for us. They're the best team in the league for us to face. Like I knew going into this game, like if Ange plays the same way, if Ange does Ange, Chelsea are going to create 60 chances, and the only way we'd have lost this game is if we created 60 and missed every single one. Like we were never going to be shut out by Spurs. So the fact that they were 2-0 up and continued to play the same way just allowed us to get back into the game. And Palmer was having a field day out there. Enzo was looking like the reason we spent all that money on him. So yeah, I'm flying at the moment. I'm flying. There's so many players on form. I got a shout out to Enzo Maresca really quickly because the reason we looked worse in the first half than we did in the second was probably the back line. Colwell did not have a great game. Cucurella, we already know what happened with his feet. Sanchez, you're never going to get a good game. But I think the worst in the first half in terms of on the ball was probably Badiashile because Wesley Fofana got injured. He's playing on the right, but he's left-footed. And it just didn't work. Now, I'm a big fan of Benoit Badiashile. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good centre-back. And I think if Fofana's not playing, he should be playing. But Enzo Maresca sees at halftime that this is just not working in the back line. We can't play out from his side. So he takes off Lavia, who was Chelsea's best player in the first half. Lavia was hooping. Like, Lavia would receive the ball from the centre-back, spin out, play it.
Why was he taking off?
What an absolute baller.
He's so good. He's so good, yeah. And he's comfy at such a young age. He's comfy doing that. So he takes him off to make sure that he can put Badiashile on the other side and then bring in Gusto as the right back. So therefore, we had the balance. Badiashile being left-footed, playing on his left side. Colwell was able to move and do the right-sided centre-back job or the central centre-back. And then we had no real issues from that point on. We were just comfortable playing our football. And then the goals came one by one. I'm sorry, guys. That Enzo Fernandez goal, Palmer on the right, I've watched it like 50 times. The volley, he slides into the Chelsea fans. Guys, cash money.
How many games have Tottenham won since Man City away?
None.
How many goals do you think they've scored?
Do you know what? Do you know why Pete's doing this? And he's evil. He is evil.
I'm not
It's
evil.
because remember when we said Tottenham deserve some praise, and he was like, right, next week Fulham are gonna be team of the week, and now this has happened. So,
bro, they drew to Roma.
I know he's seething since we gave him the point. So he's trying to bury Tottenham. He has all the right to, but I'm just saying.
Fulham might just be team of the week still.
It's just malice. This is just malice. This is hate. This is what it is.
Wait, do you know who would have been team in the midweek? Shout out Bournemouth, man. Bournemouth slapped Spurs as well. Dunked on their heads.
I hear that. Postecoglou went up to their away end and they just gave him a barrel of abuse.
Yeah, barrel of abuse.
Well, me.
So did you hear today? I believe they call him Kuti Romero. He came out and said that the losses are on the players, and if you blame the manager, then he's not happy. Basically, it should be on them. So he was basically insinuating.
Can you ask him why was he trying to do a Cruyff turn in the penalty area?
Well, look,
and then done his hammy.
He's got no hamstrings.
He done his. What's funny is this wasn't it this time last season that both Van der Ven and Romero both got subbed as well because they pulled up hammies. Literally,
in this fixture.
Yeah, this fixture last
Yeah,
season.
it was Romero got himself sent off, and then Van de Ven.
Right. And then Van de Ven pulled the hammy.
So obviously they've rushed these two players back to play the mighty Chelsea. I mean,
and they've both pulled hammies.
And then they both dropped out. So yeah, guys, it's a long day for Spurs. It's a very, very long day for Spurs because
anyway,
who knows what's going to go on for them. As for Chelsea, the Blues keep marching on. Yeah, we keep marching on because I had earmarked 2 games in the past month or so for us to drop points. Those were Villa at home and potentially Spurs away. I thought we could leave those games with a draw. What I underestimated was just how potent our attack would be. To score 3 against Villa, to score 5 against Southampton. Southampton was really a nothing game, but to score 5 against them, and then
you say you were surprised at how potent your attack would be.
Yeah, as in I thought we would find challenges in those games, and I thought we would. So, for example, Spurs scored 3 goals. I thought if you tell me we're going to go there and score 4, I wouldn't have anticipated that. Do you know what I'm saying? Every time I predict a Chelsea game, even if I think we're going to win, I will always say the opposition will score. So every scoreline is 3-1, 4-1, because we're always going to concede. And that's part of the big reason as to why people are, I think, putting the cart before the horse by calling ourselves title contenders and You're not going to hear that from me because we're just not solid enough.
So are you not title contenders this season?
You know what I've been on? Top 4.
No. I'm asking you the question. Are you title contenders this season? Yes or no?
No, we're not. We're doing little horse.
Okay.
Little horse.
Right, Jose.
I expect. Look. We've built some ground now on Arsenal. That's
some ground on Arsenal. Are you hearing him?
What?
Are you not hearing him? We've built some ground.
This is why I'm asking. Hold on. If you're saying Arsenal in a title race, but Chelsea aren't.
No, I think Chelsea are in a title race, but they're not title challengers.
Listen.
Today. Chelsea are in a title race, but they're not title contenders. It's like that time Leicester was second on New Year's Eve.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like title race in December. Like, what are we talking about?
There's no race.
No, but Pete. That's English football conjecture. That's how man chat. Everyone wants to be able to say something. I think this country's biggest idol isn't even football. It's having an opinion on football.
That's brilliant.
It's just the ability to say something to sound like you're smart.
But my thought process on football has always been this. We talk way too much about football than is even necessary for the game.
Oscar, your next stream might be free.
I would say when it comes to managers, people criticize things managers say, and I say, bro, this guy's been interviewed 8 times about the same game. What do you want him to say? He has to say something different every time, and you're gonna get upset about one thing. So, it's just we talk too much and we review games for longer than the game. Sometimes we're reviewing games for more than 90 minutes. The game was 90 minutes. How are you reviewing every action over and over again? You know what I mean?
The analysis.
We overthink things and we go too far. We know what it is to win a league. We know what it is to chase the title. And as much as we're enamored by this Chelsea team and the goals they're scoring, this ain't it, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't the final form. We're getting there. And we're maybe ahead of schedule. Maybe we're doing better than people thought we were. But
at this stage, you're definitely doing better than what people thought you would. My colleague at work, who's a Chelsea fan, basically mentioned this thing. That the thing that's sort of in the back of his mind always is that he's saying, do you know what? Like, because I was saying to him, like, look, top 4 is there to grab. And he goes, I will not forget what Enzo Fernandez did last season at Leicester City. They were cruising, they were gone clear, 90+ points, but they went 2 months in the season without winning a game, I think in a row. And he was like, in the Championship, you play like 2 games a week. Like what we're going through now is irregular in the Championship. You play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. And he was saying like Leicester City went 2 months without winning a game towards the tail end of the Championship season. And he was like for him, it was like, okay, you don't win every game. They still got 90+ points. But he said, how do you lose? How do you not win? How can the drop-off be so much so? I think obviously Leicester finished second in the league? I'm assuming they finished. I think they finished second. I think Ipswich won the title, didn't they? And then Southampton came up via the playoffs. So, when you look at it like that, you think, wow, okay, maybe he's almost waiting for the rot to happen. He wants to see Chelsea go through adversity and then decide, okay, here's how I feel about Maresca. because once you go through the adversity, see how you come out of it, then it's like, okay, now this is genuine. Now I can genuinely give an assessment about him.
My worry is an injury crisis in the midfield could really, really hurt us. If Caicedo got injured, it's over, man.
Chelsea having an injury crisis.
As in the midfield.
Come on. Even in the midfield. I know you got some top quality.
If we have 2 injuries in midfield, we're not winning again.
You can say that about both teams, though. So you see, last season, what was the scientific reason behind that collapse? As Oscar's alluded to, was it like injuries? Was it poor tactics?
Yeah, I don't know. The fans at the end, towards the end, we're getting fed up with him. So like, I don't think it was necessarily like injuries, like they had a big injury that kind of ruined them. Like the fans were getting very, very much annoyed because it was like, you're not stopping the bleeding. Like, stop the bleeding. We're gonna fall out of the top 2 here. We're gonna be in the playoffs. And in the championship, you fall in the playoff, mate. It's anyone's game. It's a lottery. It's a lottery. And usually, the team that finishes 3rd in the championship never wins the playoffs.
Oddly enough,
a couple of comments on the title race. Assad says we're not in the title race. We're in the title race until we're not. We have winnable games, but till we go away to City on the 25th, if we beat City, then we're really in it. I disagree with that. I think we need to win the other games. Murad says Chelsea are not in the title race. We all know they are not in the current headspace to compete. What's the headspace of competing?
Headspace.
I would love Murad to tell us what it's like to be in the headspace. I would love
Murad, tell us about the headspace of competing.
The headspace, we need to know. We need to know.
Hello, I know league titles, Mental.
We need to know.
Chelsea are too weak defensively, says SW6.
Yeah,
Chelsea fan.
Definitely. That's the weak link. Definitely.
We're just out here chilling. We're taking it game by game. We're chill guys.
Right.
What final thing?
Yep.
I know, because I was going to say, because equally Peter was berating them. I was equally skeptical on Clear Lake. I thought the whole thing was a mess. So we can't go, as Oscar sort of alluded to, said last week, we can't go from that extreme to all of a sudden, but you've got to be in the title race now. Like you got to challenge. When it's like, well, hang on a minute, these are the same group of players, same managers that we had so many question marks over 5 months, not even 5 months ago. So I think, take it game by game and see where they are. But they've definitely got a really, really strong core. And I think in Palmer, and you know what, in fairness to Jackson as well, they showed and put Caicedo in that sort of group as well. They're showing themselves to be decisive match winners. So I think really, really good team, really, really good moment. Let's see what the men are on game by game.
They're showing proper metal.
Yeah, man. Young players are going to do what young players do.
What was your last comment? What's your last thing?
We know how much you love the humiliation of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, but I just wanted to know how humiliating is it for a player like Cole Palmer to have a big moment in a penalty and he just Panenkes it over your keeper?
I applauded it. I said the testicular fortitude of this man, because you know what it is. You scored the first penalty. When you scored the first penalty, I thought, the second penalty comes. Which way is he going to go? Is he going to go where Vicario dived? Was it Fraser Forster dived in the first place? Yeah. Like, where is he going to go? The fact that he took the mick, I said, nah, that's cold. That's what you call cold.
That's the thing, because in my head there was 2 options. You either go the same way or go the other way.
Or the other way, yeah.
Panenka was not an option in my head.
Never on the agenda. That was.
Know what? Panenka, like if you score it, you're the biggest man on the pitch. But if you miss or if they catch you, you look like a moron. So it's always good.
But it's that confidence he has. Like, he did not doubt he would score. He didn't doubt that. He didn't doubt.
I have one more thing. Are you boys with Ma, Oscar?
Huh?
Are you boys with Ma?
I've met him a few times, but I wouldn't say we're boys.
Okay, because I was gonna say, why is he do what he did on the Big Six?
Listen, I can't speak for all Chelsea fans.
What did he do on the Big Six?
People do what they got to do. So they were doing a watch along, and they've got friend of the show, Tapin Tobes, from the Tottenham.
Oh, we love Tobes. We love Tobes.
All the Turkish, the Arsenal fan, all those other guys watching the stream together. And I think when Palmer scored the 3rd penalty, he took his shirt off and just started running around the stream with his shirtless. And everyone was like, "What's this guy doing?"
It's the moment, man. It's the moment.
Put on funny content, man. We got them lot.
No, we love the Big Six. We love the Big Six. I was just like, what's happening here?
All right. From one extreme result to another. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 3. Oh my god! And the Ruben Amorim, the story is interesting. It gets more interesting by the minute. It's his first home league defeat in 2 seasons, in 2 years, they said. But yeah, Forest, I mean, they gave as good as they got. Manchester United, however, is it back to square one with Man United?
Well, if you look at the game itself, because there's not really much to talk about in the game-wise, we were right to type, is the way I describe it. When it comes to dealing with defending, when it comes to dealing with set pieces, people don't know what they're doing at the back.
Yeah,
it generally is. I'm having 3 defenders not going for the ball. What was it on Forest's third goal? Ball gets crossed and gets headed in. And it's not even a fast header. It's not even a header that is goal bound or goal worthy. But you look at Onana, you look at the Ligt, and you look at Martinez. None of them go for the ball, and the ball's just suddenly in. Not one.
In fairness, that guy was massive.
Onana, second goal. It was a David De Gea-esque error. You should be scooping that ball up. Yeah. The ball was shot at him.
Pete, as a goalkeeper, can you walk us through that one? Because what's happening there?
I tried to look at all the angles. Let me tell you.
There's nothing to describe. He let the ball through his legs.
I was certain there was a glitch on the turf.
Pete, I watched every angle. I said,
there's a nip. There's a little nip, surely. On the thread of the ball. You know what I mean? Like, like the Nike tick, because it's a black logo. It's a little bit thicker than the ball itself. Maybe there's something that skids off that.
It's hit the crevice of the...
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? It was one of them was Onana committed to a place and he said, I'm not recommitting. I'm not changing my ways. I'm committing to this and I'm not changing my ways.
It's an unrepentant move. It's like, here I am. The ball's either going to beat me or it's not.
Have you ever done that, guys? I've done this where, like, it's like, I don't know, if I'm driving or something and I know I can't fit this car in there, but I've committed. Like, we're going to make this work. Like, there's a headlight that's going to get in there, maybe scratched, but we're getting in there. I think that's what Onana did. I think Onana literally was like, first of all, I didn't expect you to just shoot it straight at me. So why have you shot it straight at me for? Like, what are you doing? And let's have it right, guys. It was a poor finish.
It was terrible.
It was a horrible
shot.
Exactly, horrible shot.
Why,
rather than a poor
when you look at the whole game,
yeah,
these are goals we should not have let through, but we did.
I mean, how long is a piece of string, Robin?
It's very long.
When you say things like that,
that's why I said it's reverting to type, because we reverted to type.
But I don't know, man. That third goal, what the heck was going on there?
I just told you about 2 minutes ago.
That's what he's saying, isn't it? He's saying, you look at all the goals. I mean, the first goal was a good goal. I think
the first one,
first one, good header. Second one, keeper, sort yourself out. The third one,
I literally just said
that's a goal. That's a goal that only Man United can see.
Can I tell you something that's very scary about that?
Dumb goals.
Can I tell you something very scary about that? You know, when the ball went in the back of the net, you had like Onana, De Ligt, and Martinez. Do you know what's so funny about all 3 of them? They all wanted to blame something, but they couldn't because they felt like, well, I've just made a mistake earlier on. I've probably given away the corner. Like, I can't really, and that's a big problem. Like, even if you've made a mistake earlier, if you see a mistake, you've got to point it out. You've got to arrest the situation. Be like, guys, fix up. I feel like it's too pally almost amongst the players.
It's too pally. But then also, why are so many different men making mistakes? How many?
Well,
I literally just said this 2 minutes ago that if you look at the goal, like, no one went for it. Like, they all thought, nah, this is not going to go in until they went in. And then you look at everyone else like, really? That's what I'm saying. You really? We're letting these types of goals in? Yeah. And Forest got their win and big up them. But it was a game where I'm like, no, we should not have lost this. We shouldn't have lost this. So it's clear that when we look at the back, that communication was not happening throughout the whole game. Not at all.
Robin, would you say outside of the goals conceded, Man United played well going forward?
No, in terms of, again, I've come to the conclusion that when it comes to the left, if it's not Rashford, then we're not doing anything on the left. Garnacho is a sub player at best at this time. Everything's going for Ahmad. Ahmad is great, but he's at the right wing back position, so he's got more to do. And that's unfortunate because he's doing a good job there, but he should be further up. The same questions come again up the front. Højlund got his goal, fair enough, but there are things that he could do a lot better.
Whack.
Wait.
Yeah, you know, he got his goal, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
Yeah,
I'm not too gassed about the celebration. I'm not too gassed about the station.
It's not even like a great goal. he got
Yeah,
a ricochet.
it's like a ricochet, and then he was just there.
Can you have
And
0-9
and
Nah, you guys are not
do you
doing
know
it. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
down?
Across
And
the day. Hey.
the thing is with Bruno is that he had a terrible game. He got his goal, but I feel like every time, if you want to sub Bruno, fine, sub him because he's been crap. But what's the replacement? And I don't think Mount is a replacement for him, not at all.
What are you
So
saying? I think he might die on the Mount Hill. Your mate Ruben Amorim.
no. Ultimately, Ruben Amorim has, and this technically leads on to the next point, which is the main talking point about Man United. Ruben Amorim's been cussing these players for like the last 3 weeks, essentially speaking. Just straight up.
I'm loving it. Straight in. No.
And I don't blame him because he's trying to fit these men into a system, and he's just playing with what he's got. So far, he's got a few wins, few draws, and a couple of L's. And he said, he's telling us, listen, these are expected. We're going to go through troubling times. I'm telling you now that this is what's going to happen. So from now, he's done nothing wrong in my eyes. The players are just not good enough. And then when we were talking about stuff happening in mid-league, and Adrian asked us the question, has Amorim been set up to do well or with these players or within the transfer window? The answer is no. Absolutely not. He has a system that his style that he plays, but he does not have the players to do that. And we are on some players on their fourth manager, majority of them are on their second/third. And at that point, you just have to look at the players and say, nah, these guys are not good enough. Ralph Ragnick said it best, open heart surgery. But another thing that made me laugh is that the attempted open heart surgery failed. So they need to do another one. So this is where this is where we just had to look. And I'm looking at January and I'm looking at what we could do then or even in the summer. But ultimately, my stance is the same. Do something in the Europa League because the league is too far. It's way too far.
Is it too far?
Hey, this podcast is killing me.
I mean, okay, you're 13th. Jesus of Nazareth.
13th in December. The league is too far.
So fourth place has 27 points. You've got 19. Bloody hell.
Wait, why are we talking about the league?
No,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I don't know why.
as in, like, I didn't.
No.
No, Ernest, because I'm
No.
Because he doesn't watch Man. Do you know why, Pete? Because he doesn't watch Man United.
No. Okay, listen, let's have it right, guys. You're finishing above Forest this season. You're finishing above Fulham this season. You finish above
Pete.
Brighton.
Pete.
Yeah?
You can't be so certain.
No, they will.
Nah,
Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford,
Pete, I'm
Newcastle.
I'm convinced, yeah.
You
that
so
your hateration has evolved, and
It's 100% evolved.
and you managed to mask it so well that people actually think you're rooting for us.
No.
You know what? I respect it. No, you know what?
No,
I give them unrealistic hurdles, you know.
I will go on Front Street and say I am never rooting for Manchester United. Let's be very clear. However, like if you're saying
ahead of Newcastle,
I think so. I mean, Newcastle don't know if they're coming or going. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what do we know?
well, United have made a change. Do you get what I'm saying? They've changed the manager, and we have to wait and see if the manager is up to the task. But if you look at it, like,
But this is not one of those scenarios.
I mean, it's still December, like I said. You know what I mean?
Guys,
It's game week 15.
Guys, have any of you watched the latest Christopher Nolan film, Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I swear.
No, I haven't.
Great
I haven't
film.
seen it.
Great movie.
For those of you that haven't watched it, Oppenheimer is recorded as the father of the atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm.
We need a nuclear weapon to actually detonate under
that's too funny.
97% of these players' contract.
Manchester United need a nuclear weapon.
No, guys. You see, Saturday, I clocked. You know, like Drake was meant to press the red button, and the red was Family Matters, and that was it.
Yeah.
I think we need Kendrick's red button. I think that there are three players. There are 3 players in our entire squad that deserve to stay here beyond the summer.
3.
Who's that?
Who are the 3?
Oh wait, can I guess?
Oh, sorry. I've given you one, Oscar. I've given you one.
Yeah, I heard Kobe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We then have
Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's where it gets tricky.
What Euro? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Onana.
You know what?
I'm say Onana.
I'll allow him. So
I don't-
so if you're Catholic, he's in purgatory. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yours in purgatory.
How
But
about
you see everybody else? Oh, sorry, Oscar. There's one more.
so is it Mazraoui?
Yep, that's it.
Oh yeah.
What, you're getting rid of Onana?
Nah, Peter Stock.
Peter.
man.
Peter.
No.
Peter Mukasa Mujuzi.
No,
Yeah,
listen.
so-
He,
Because
He-
the thing is,
he-
why is the podcast going on for so long? Then you're asking questions about another.
And Oscar, your
No.
next trim,
that's not fair. That's not fair.
Oscar, your next trim might be free.
No, Ernest said he's keeping 3. My guess, you said Mazraoui. My guess was Onana, because I think you need to have no. Because in all honesty, because we've seen Onana play at Ajax, we've seen Onana
Let's
play at
look
Inter,
at the
and
source
he's been top
material.
notch. He's been top notch there.
Morgan
Oh,
Gibbs
oh, no,
White
oh,
shot
no, no.
straight.
Onana
He
was
didn't
top-
press R1, no finesse. The shot was straight.
To be fair, every keepers, all keepers are entitled. Like he's been good this season.
No. Adrian, stop it. Stop
No,
it.
come on, man. I want to see the
No.
worst keeper in the league.
We are going to stop right here. No.
He's not the worst goalkeeper
See,
though.
yeah,
Is
what I
he?
spoke about when this
Peter,
podcast runs long. It's because of stupidness like this.
Wait, hang on a minute. So we saying Onana's had a bad season?
Wait.
It's
We're
good
not
enough. It's an atomic bomb.
We're not doing.
You actually have lost 4-0 to Ipswich.
We're not doing.
Yeah,
talk
because
sports.
exactly.
We're not doing
Exactly.
talk sports analysis here. We're not going to do that.
It's an
So
atomic
who's got
bomb.
the season? Yeah, go on.
It's
Listen.
Oppenheimer.
Fair.
Between Tottenham and this weekend,
And Liverpool.
Onana
I
has,
said Liverpool.
Onana has been good. Yeah. Between Tottenham and this weekend. But I'm not gonna lie, he still has cases from last year.
Yes,
Yeah.
That
cases.
the judge didn't open.
That's fair.
Hendon.
So to me, like Onana has, I don't think you understand the level of atonement that Onana needs
Atonement.
to put before the throne of grace to be seen as right.
I don't think you forget that the Champions League season collapsed was solely on him.
The criminal activity
Was solely on him.
Bruv, the criminal activity was like crack in the 80s.
We scored 3 at Bayern Munich and we left with 0 points.
We scored 2 against Galatasaray.
And left with nothing.
That's insane.
How many goals did you concede in the group stage of the Champions League?
Oh,
last
let's
year?
not do this, man.
All right, cool. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's deviation. Anywho,
Sorry, Robin. Sorry.
now I was gonna say it just leads on to the other person that's pretty much been cussing the whole squad, and that's made the news this week, which is our partial owner, who literally
Sir Jim.
before the game, he was interviewed by what's his name, Craig Mitten, basically one of the United magazine lot, and he pretty much said that this squad is crap, and that major changes are going to be happen. Little do we know, did the major change mean that Dan Ashworth
There it is.
has now been fired as the sporting director. Now, as time has gone on, the 24 hours has been happening. And essentially speaking, from what we know, because we don't really know what's going on within the club fully, but from what we know is that there's been like a lot of disagreements. The managers that he was sending to replace Ten Hag were the likes of Eddie Howe, Gareth Southgate, Thomas Frank, and Graham Potter.
Good.
That is the lit. Yeah. Now, I'm going to go on speculation. If that's true, then yeah, get good riddance.
Okay, 2 seconds, Robin. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Guys, let's have a think about this. Non-Man United guys. Imagine Southgate was appointed Manchester United manager this summer.
That would have been.
Perfect.
No, guys, I would have left. You know.
Hyena would have been unreal.
It would have been
Oh
amazing.
my!
Now, if that was true, that's what I'm saying, because it's still about multiple people, multiple sources have said it that this is what he was saying, and
So
ultimately
he
there was
exclusively wanted a British manager.
like he was full on
How can you have a
Brexit.
Brexitar in 2024.
Brexit
Yeah.
is Brexit, man.
No, but you, man, I can't stand Man United. I genuinely, I've had enough. Like, guys, what we're normalizing diabolical behavior. Like, guys, listen to this, right? You chased the man for 7 months. He's been in the role for 5. At what point do you then ask the guy in charge of picking your next manager? So, Dan, you do want to get in next? Like, and then we fast forward 5 months down the line, we're saying, "Oh, brilliant decision! If you want in Southgate, get brother, Man United are a basket case of a club."
No, Adrian.
Yeah.
Why are you angry?
No, guys. Listen to this, right?
Adrian,
Riddle me this.
I'm gonna
You
stop
kept
you.
Ten Hag. You kept Ten Hag for what?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop you speaking, because if you think for a second that this is the dumbest thing we've done in the last 4 months, oh, I got news for you.
Give me the news.
Oh, brother, do you want to start?
No, we'll be here too long.
Eric
In
Ten Hag
the moderation. Just the
Listen,
points.
the thing is,
Eric Ten Hag started the season.
Come on.
No, guys, Dan Ashworth leaving isn't dumber than Eric Ten Hag being in the job past May. It's not dumber. Eric Ten Hag has been the messenger. Do you remember the plague of the firstborn in Exodus?
The firstborn.
wow,
You
good
remember
film,
when-
good film.
Do you remember when
Prince of Egypt, good film.
Film about the Bible? Man's talking about film.
Yeah, Prince of Egypt.
Film.
The Prince of Egypt, good film.
Get the book
Some
of
people,
Exodus,
some
mate.
people won't get the reference. So I'm saying,
Go read their Bible, innit? Pray every day and that.
hey,
So do you remember the angel of death that the Lord Yehovah sent to the end? That is Eric Ten Hag. That's Eric Ten Hag.
Man,
Eric Ten Hag single-handedly destroyed Manchester United.
no, he destroyed.
And like, so, Ernest,
Yeah.
we argue that Eric Ten Hag is Oppenheimer.
100%. 100%.
You know what? It's not even that. He's not Oppenheimer. He's the one. Do you know the pilots that dropped the actual bombs? Yeah,
Yes.
that's
No,
it.
He's not
Yeah,
smart enough.
perfect.
He's not smart enough to
analogy.
be Oppenheimer.
Fair enough.
Perfect analogy.
Ultimately saying, for me, the optics don't help because of what Adrian exactly said. Like, we chased this man for God knows how long for him to not last this long. Now,
But why am I angry though? Because this is Manchester United Football Club.
yeah.
This is who we.
So I said the optics is what's that's what it looks like.
I think
Robin,
Ultimately,
I've spent the last 8 years rooting for my ops to win the league, so my other ops don't win the league.
If you ask me if Chelsea can win this league, I'm all for it. So
No, but guys, we've gone from singing 20 times Man United. Now I'm doing hopscotch. Who do I want to win the league?
this weekend.
That's not me.
But yeah, but as I was saying, as time has gone on, it looks like mainly there was a lot of disagreements. Everyone's brought up the name of, like, everyone was on that Ruben Amorim vibe except Dan and so on and so forth. And then it just got to the point where Sir Jim felt like he wasn't being ruthless enough or wasn't actually contributing and just was shot singled out. So hence why he got let go. After 5 months, yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy because we're thinking, okay, why did we do all of that for? However, I will also say this, that if you're going to be ruthless throughout. Don't pick and choose when to be ruthless.
I must admit, guys, I think this is the wrong move. I genuinely think this is the wrong move. And I think what makes it hilarious while we're laughing about the sacking is that when United brought him in, we thought, there were some people that were like, Dan Ashworth, that's going to move the needle. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're finally going to have somebody who's got a calm head, who's done it at, Newcastle, he's done it at Brighton, he's done it with England. And you thought to yourself,
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you there.
Why? What?
So, because I hear it. I hear the CV and all that stuff is good. A lot of people are saying, like, even like the Newcastle guys are saying that, yeah, he might have been like the guy that was doing it, but he wasn't the only one, the sole person doing it. Like, he had a team behind him that was doing most of the lifting, but then Dan was the one that was the face. So there's just another thing. Just to think about it.
Like, welcome to leadership. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to leadership.
Welcome to leadership.
No, as in, of course, the face is not going to do the heavy lifting. Let's have it right.
So my point is that it could be that. No. What I'm saying is that he could have been at Man United, that the team or the staff just weren't working together. And that's what's coming more and more evident at all. Hence why he wasn't as successful.
I genuinely think, but again, 5 months is nothing to work off. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just way too short. Like when you look at especially the Brighton side of things and whatever he did at England, England are fighting for semis and finals now, in the last 2 or 3 tournaments, right? But like this like the Brighton example more specifically, because again, Newcastle wasn't that long either, but Newcastle got their finger out and went into the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? But the prospect and idea is like there was so much prospect potential because obviously he clearly knows, even if it is to get a team, how to identify players, how to scout, how to get players that are not necessarily over and above the beyond in terms of pricing. Obviously he's at United, so it's a much more high profile situation, but like the work that he did at Brighton, I'm just like, that is insanity, because they were plucking players. They've got players coming out of their ears, and just because he's left, it doesn't mean the work has stopped. Like, the guys that were there.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is that I'm not saying that's not a work from him, and he's done very, very well. But the fact that it's still continuing.
But surely United need that because your transfer windows are horrific. Surely that's what you needed in there.
But this is what Sir Jim is. This is what Sir Jim is saying. That he's. If you read the whole interview on the weekend, he cussed out the players. He cussed out the scouting system. He cussed out everything that he's got. That basically, and he says this is not in.
It's all well and good cussing out.
So
where's the faith that he's going to do a good job there? Because he manages.
That's where I agree with you. That's why I agree with you.
And you look at Mercedes. You watch Formula One. Go look at Mercedes in Formula One. Go look at them. Like,
no, that's what I agree with you, and wholeheartedly. When you man said yellow card, I'm there because he's moving. He's saying brazy things. But what you're doing at this moment isn't helping. The cuts. There's cuts left, right, and center. People are, not spending Christmas in time and all that stuff. So it's a whole like, we're sending cuts. Great. If you want to do that, but the produce is not coming through at the rate that you're cutting. So it looks like the things that you're focusing on is not the place you want to do. And that's where I'm like, okay, Jim, you need to take your rage and your stuff and move it into the right direction, because you're saying the right things, but what you're doing, the actual actions is just questioning.
That's the thing, and this is where like your big dog owners, right? They don't talk much because those words you will live and die by them. So even and this goes for Amarin as well. As much as Amarin, because Conte gets it, Mourinho gets it. If you're somebody who's a sharp shooter in the press with your players and this, that, and the other, that will always be used for you or against you. Do you get what I'm saying? So. It's
the rope they hang you by.
Exactly that. Yeah. Exactly that. Postecoglou, we were just talking about him earlier. I'm never going to change the way I play. Well, guess what, mate? You're going to get bopped twice, 4 goals against Chelsea at home,
and you're going
just gonna happen.
You're going to be questioned about it as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but can I make a point because I just wanted to make a point here that ultimately, like I said in the group chat, I think we genuinely just know too much about Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, far too much.
I think we know
Dirty is out.
Even Simon Jordan said, bro, we talk about Man United every week, man. Even he said it. Even it's like we talk about them every week. And I think that I'm personally bored because it's people wanting to give an opinion about biggest club in England. And again, it goes back to this, the saying we always say, hated, adored, never ignored. We're 13th. Focus on everyone else.
Nah, but you fired your director, though.
No.
Sorry,
Oscar.
what was his position?
No, Oscar. But again, we've made stupid decisions in the last. We signed Anthony for crying out loud. Why is the stupidity still the conversation when it's like, no, we are not a smart club. We need to move on from this. We need to move on from the fact that people are still in awe of the level of stupidity we can go to. Come on, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. The Dan Ashworth thing is like I kept telling David in the group chat, it's leadership. It's a leadership problem. Because like Adrian's saying, how could you not have done your due diligence on the man before? Do you know what I mean? If we know who's a Brexiteer and who's not. If he's on the British thing, fine. If that's what I only agree with Brexiteers who want to sign the best Premier League talent. So we're not leaving the border. We're staying here and signing Cunha. We're signing flipping, all the best players from wherever. But this guy wanted to keep it Gareth Southgate and that. And I believe they looked at this week's results, and that's when Ratcliffe said, "Nah, this is not it." I believe that's what happened. That's why I call Ineos reactionary, because if De Ligt had worked out, if Onana had worked out, if all these other guys had worked out, not Onana, sorry, the Dan Ashworth signings, I don't think he gets sacked. But anyway, I think if you do your due diligence, we don't get to this point. So Adrian's spot on.
How much do you have to pay to? How much did you have to pay for sacking him?
I don't know, and I don't care because we paid. We paid $3 million to get him from Newcastle.
I think it was something like a mil.
I'm just like, I don't listen. This is one of those "it's not my money" type conversations because
it is.
We waste money. Like someone told me today, Casemiro is the 3rd highest player in the Premier League. Like I don't
in the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't care about the stupidity of Manchester United anymore because the decisions are just dumb. Like again, put the nuclear bomb under Rashford's contract, Bruno's contract, Luke Shaw's. Just copy Arsenal. Get rid of Leno, get rid of Aubameyang, get rid of Lacazette, get rid of every single one of them. If we play 3 versus 11 every week, I'd rather that because I know those 3 are just pure quality. Do you know what I mean? The rest of these guys are not good enough. They are not good. They are actually crap. I watched poor decision making in every phase of play last week against Nottingham Forest. Not so much against Arsenal between the 18-yard boxes, but definitely in the corners. Ruben Amorim has found every language in the world to say this team is crap. He's looked for every word he can use. He's looked for Klingon. He's looked for every language in the world, Hebrew, to say you guys are trash and you know it. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's a very, very quick conversation on Man United. We need to put the whole club in rice. I don't really care about the deductions. The what do you call it? People getting made redundant and stuff. I don't really care about that because for years we've said that the club has bloated staff. I don't think you guys remember when Jose came and they said we have 50 scouts. 50 guys are going to watch players. Why? We sent 20 to watch Renato Sanchez. Bayern Munich sent 2 and signed the player. Why do we have so many people going to watch one guy? I don't care who's United, who's not a coach. We had Mike Phelan, and this was a big report in the Athletic where they said nobody knows what Mike Phelan does. Nobody's aware. West Ham 1-0.
Anyways, I was going to say, to interrupt, there's been a goal at the London Stadium. It's another set piece. The set pieces all over this week. West Ham corner. Nice, lovely header by Shutek. In West Ham, there were about 8 men on one player in the West Ham box. So they had all the space in the world. Looping header, back of the net, 1-0.
1-0 to West Ham United. And as SW6 said earlier, listen, credit to the Espirito Santo. What Forest are doing this season is phenomenal. It's nothing short of phenomenal. They're in the top 5 at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's stuff. It's just an annoying week that it's been.
They're a
very, very annoying week.
Right.
And
now, good I love that Jota. I love him. He's so good to watch.
I love him. You're spot on. They're a great side. They're a really good Premier League side.
Yeah.
I hope this is the the Nuno of Wolves. I hope that's like back and he hasn't lost like that style of him. Anyway,
where do you think Forest's destination is this season? Going on what you've seen so far,
8th.
Don't give a monkeys.
Yeah,
they'll
finish 8th.
Let them finish 8th.
Oh, okay.
Finish 8th.
Fair enough.
Listen, a top 10 finish is glorious.
For a great season. They have a song about getting into Europe, though. That's what they want. That's their aspiration, which is...
Mate, I'm learning this weekend, right? I've learned this weekend that teams like Fulham, Brighton, Forest, they're all fighting for like Champions League places. Like they're trying to push there. And I'm like...
so are we.
Really?
So are we.
You know?
Well, remember when I said a couple pods ago, I said Biff is most likely coming to us for next year. So, yeah.
I'm so anti that.
Stop it, Robbie.
And I know you're anti it, but I'm just saying
it's not coming here.
I'm just saying.
Wait,
I'm just saying.
Is it on fair play? Is it on fair play or how long?
No, it's on what you call it, the point system.
Yeah.
So, but England at the moment in the group stage, England is number 1. And it's number 1 and number 2.
That tournament.
It's a ridiculous concept. I cannot enter a season and not know what 5th means.
Yeah. So like I said at the moment.
All right.
You never know. Anyway, let's move on.
Moving on.
Because there's been some breaking news. Can we go to the...
What now? What?
No, it's moving on. It is moving on. Oh, but actually, it is breaking news, but it's not about this team. So we'll go to later.
No, go on.
So breaking news: the court hearing for Manchester City has finished. And with the coming out, their 115 has been extended to 130 charges.
That's not news. They said it time ago.
No, it says now it's official. It's now officially 130 as of today.
They said it's not 115. This is like it's summertime. It's really 130. Oh,
that's the saying. As in, do you know in the summertime they said there's a mishap or they're unsure, blah, blah. Now, with the conclusion of the hearing, it's now confirmed 130.
Okay.
Yeah. So 130 charges now that Man City are facing.
Because what I've seen is that the hearing has concluded. That's what I know. Yeah. The hearing concluded, isn't it? Yeah. We're about to hear like what's going to happen, but again, it's going to take like months apparently. So, man. Like I'll wait in it. Like when it happens, it happens. Like
man. Yeah.
Like whatever. Like who cares, isn't it? Like who cares? Because the truth of the matter is, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
I don't think they're going to do anything. I think they'll get a fine.
What are they going to do? Like Oscar. Like even if City are bent and they've bent the books, right? And they've done it. They've done it all. Everything they've been charged with, they've done it all.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
No, they have to set a precedent.
They're not going to do a damn thing. You think Robinho, the Premier League are bottle jobs. They're gonna bottle this one.
Can I say something?
They're not gonna relegate them. For damn sure.
Can I say something they didn't bottle? Another bit of breaking news today. David Coote has been sacked.
Well, I mean, that was in the Premier League, but I'm with you.
MOL. That was all the same to me. Yeah, man. He's gone.
Have sacked him with immediate effect. P-Jamal. Okay, P-Jamal.
They have a new name every week, so
they've sacked him with immediate effect just before Christmas, guys. What are your teas?
Yeah, man. Mirad says they won't rescind titles, they won't demote them, they won't expel them. That's how I feel, man.
They're gonna have like 100. They're gonna have transfer bans and like 100 million fine. That's what they'll do to them.
In terms of
whoever leaked the video has ruined David Coote's livelihood. I think he ruined his own livelihood.
Oh no, the guy that leaked the video. Oh no.
Before Christmas? Oh, what time?
Get out. Man.
Yeah, well, the rule they said that it's untenable, and rightly so. The man's doing drugs.
We'll have fun on a Saturday night. That's what Brad.
I don't think you guys understand. No. This rule is universal. Stupid games, stupid prizes. It is universal. I said F around this much. This is how much you're gonna find out.
Yeah, I love that. Pete.
Hold on. Breaking news. There's been another goal at London Stadium.
I have 3 breaking news in the minute.
But this is live reporting. This is what we do. There's been another goal.
What's going on, Robin?
Talk to us, Robin. What's happening?
It's 2-0 to the Hammers. Mohamed Kudus, lovely play at the back. Yeah, West Ham at the back.
We need to ban Robin. Yeah. How is Man another country better than mine in London?
Do you know why? Because I'm in another country where they allow Premier League football to be cheap and live on TV. So
this is correct.
Oh, it's gone to VAR. Is this offside? Oh, another angle says yes, but another angle says no. Hold on. I'll get back to you. So they've shown 2 angles. The one that looks on the diagonal and looks, that's offside. But then they're showing the side by side.
If one
and it looks
offside,
behind.
Robin, guess what? It is offside. If it looks offside,
the one that is directly, it looks like it's behind. But I think this is going to be offside. So
Robin, is it Canal Plus? Is what they're asking.
No. So let me see what channel it is.
It's a great goal, though. It's a great goal.
No, it's what we call VU Sports Live, which is the Belgian channel. So yeah, now Canal Plus is only for Champions League, and it's only one game. So no,
smelly.
Yeah,
they're
only one game
on Wednesday.
Yeah, we've got Sam Lewis in the comments. He says draw against Spurs, draw against Arsenal, undefeated in our last 9 London derbies. Boxing Day against Chelsea looking tasty.
Listen, credit to Fulham, credit to Marco Silva. What a job he's done over there at Fulham, man. At the end of the day, like, you know, they've been doing so good this season. They've literally gone on leaps and bounds. But yeah, you know, they and deserved a draw.
It's given offside. It's given offside.
Has it been ruled off?
Yeah, it's been ruled off.
Come on, Wolves.
At times. But yeah, listen, credit to Fulham. I mean, I think they do like, I don't know what Sam thinks, but the beginning of the game, I remember thinking like, oh God, here's Fulham away again. Exactly like last year. It was New Year's Eve, literally in December. We're stinking out the joint. And, you know, classic first shot on goal, Raul Jimenez through passes, this does very well. Like Kivior gets a lot of stick, but he did very well, Jimenez, to sort of juke the run and do him as he's waiting to meet the ball. It's a great pass from, is it Tete? Great pass as well. Good finish. Buries it at the bottom right-hand corner. People are saying Ray left too much space. I don't know. But what do you want? What do you want?
You know, have you guys seen Top Boy? Yeah, you know that clip, yeah, when Kano gets shot and he goes to Asher D and he tells him, "Yo, they shot at me. And Asher D's like, yeah, cool. And Kano looks at him and says, "Why aren't you as mad as I am? Did you see the defending for that Jimenez goal? Why are you not as mad as me?"
No. It was a great goal.
You can talk about how good the ball was and how great Jimenez's run was.
Okay,
I thought it was a great run. Kivior got done on the run. Like I said to you, Jimenez gives him the little jokey joke, and he was done. He was finished.
Sorry, man. He was finished. If my centre back did that, I'd be losing it.
I mean, you know, he was he the centre half even? Yeah, he was.
Jimenez. He was. He's not really lightning quick, is he?
Oh, Jimenez always scores against us as well. He has a good time against us. But yeah, anyway, but on the whole thing, you know, Arsenal dropping points, unfortunate. I unfortunately wasn't watching the game live because we had the women's game on at the same time. And I looked at, you know, I had one eye on the game, blah, blah, blah. And it just looked like we were poor first half, and then second half, it's like whatever. We had all the ball and, you know, tried to make something out of nothing. But then I watched the game again. I watched like extended highlights, quite an in-depth one. on the Arsenal website, and I was sitting there thinking, actually, we weren't as bad as I originally thought in the game, and I feel like we were. I think a draw was a fair result. I think we kept throwing the ball, like Saka and everyone kept throwing that ball in the penalty area, and we were not able to break them down. We missed poor chances. There were too many times where, like a Trossard was not passing the ball. He's shooting every time. Partey missing a free header again, as he did against Manchester United. And here's the thing. My main gripe about the whole scenario is simply this. When the 11 got announced, I said, uh-oh. Because
the changes.
Because Timber at left back. Timber's been phenomenal at right back for us, right? Timber at left back because who was it that went down? So Ricciardo, Calafiori went down. Obviously, there's no Gabriel. We do not need to put Timber at left back and Partey at right back. We don't need to do that. And I was so happy to see Jorginho obviously playing, because what did he do? Every time he got the ball, you know what he did? Forward. There's one ball he sends over to Saka, over the top. Saka sends it across, and it was coming towards Havertz, but Fulham defended it well. And that was the early start of the game, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'm all for Thomas Partey. I'm all for Jorginho starting in the midfield, but it does not mean putting Thomas Partey at right back and Jurriën Timber at left back. He's not a left back. We've got left backs on the bench. We've got Zinchenko. We've got Tierney, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? They can play. You don't need to do this craziness. And I feel like a lot of why we couldn't break down Fulham is just we had no ideas. We just ran out of them. And everything was.
Sorry, just on what you just said about Mikel Arteta, because it seems like there was an opportunity there to play Zinchenko. There's an opportunity to play Zinchenko. He seems like he doesn't want to do that. It seems like up top, he doesn't ever really give Jesus a run of games. Do you feel like there's a time where he...
Did you see Jesus when he come on?
But he brings it every time you guys are in a jam. He brings him on, but he doesn't ever start him. So do you ever feel like it's like, I think it's kind of like Toy Story, when Andy has the toys and he's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and he just drops them down. Yeah, he kind of does that with certain players, where it's like, I'm going to buy you for one season, you're my guy. Then for some reason he's just done with Zinchenko. He just doesn't like him no more. Same with Jesus.
They were never the guys.
Yeah.
Like they were his guys at one point.
No, but what I'm
saying,
could
you ever leave with
Arsenal fans this for years, yeah. I don't care how long Jesus' run of form was. He was never good enough. He was never good enough for Arsenal. And now you've got this case where you've got Kai Havertz, who is not the good number 9, and you've got Jesus. But people were convinced because a couple Cruyff turns, a bit of Jogo Benito, and he's good. He's not good enough. I always maintained, if you can't score more than 15 goals for the best chance creating team in the league, you ain't doing that at Arsenal. And man was telling me something different. He's dead. As a number 9, Gabriel Jesus is dead. Let's have it right. Zinchenko doesn't have a defensive bone in his body. That's why they're easy fodder currently. Because if they provided, look at Jorginho. Jorginho is 50 years old, still providing value for money at his age, in his position. Jesus and Zinchenko, I am so sorry, they're not good enough. They're not good enough.
Speaking of open play, Pete, it seems that, like, just stats wise, because I just saw that Arsenal are currently the lowest open play goal scoring opportunity team. Is that a concern of you that it's more of a set piece style, especially as we've seen the last few goals you've scored have mainly come from that route?
Yeah, it's a big concern. I think the thing to note in that time, though, is that Odegaard's been out. Our creative player has been out. But in the Fulham game, we created a lot of chances that didn't involve the set piece. That's the ones I was talking about, where, Saka's trying something, Trossard had something, Leno, Martinelli, we had moments and situations in the game. Yes, our goal was a set piece goal. Partey should have scored, which was from a corner kick as well. Is it a concern? It's a concern, definitely. 1,000% it is. But it's also a case of, and it doesn't mean, we need to go in the market and go buy someone. It's a thing of, look, we were playing our nice football once upon a time. Teams then started to work us out, so we have to come up with something new, or we have to make it so good that it works every time. And the games are so thick and fast now. You don't have time almost to develop anything new. There's nothing tactical going on between now and January. We are throwing in game after game. We've got Monaco Wednesday. We've got Everton on Saturday. We've then got Palace on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and it's Christmas Day. We're just throwing games. And so you don't have that opportunity necessarily where you got a week to set up training. Here's my tactic. Here's what I'm going to do here. So, the teams that have been doing well, where they've had like a good week to prepare for a game, watch how they perform in this next couple of weeks. We've seen some teams have some weird scorelines.
Oh, there's been a goal at London Stadium, and it's 1-1. It's 1-1. Wolves have scored.
Who's got it?
It was Doherty, the number 2. So
Doherty.
I've just seen the ball go in off the corner of my eye. So I'll give you the analysis in 2 seconds, but finish your point.
Yeah. So we have to work out something new. We just got to do something. We got to try something new. And give the teams something to. But like I say, I think with the Fulham game, I think we actually did all right in the second half. I feel like we actually did try our best to go ahead and actually beat this team. Man United in midweek, they nullified us in the first half. They nullified us in the first half, and obviously we were sort of trying to work out how to break you lot down. And then the goals kind of gave us that lift, and it was like after the goals kind of went in, then Arsenal kind of played a little bit more. Where it was like I think we had about, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, we had about like 30 corners in that United game. It meant that we were attacking United and it was going up for a corner. So the idea that we don't create chances, I don't agree is a thing. We haven't scored a lot of created chances from that sort of thing. That's an issue. That's a problem. So it's a concern for sure. But Mikel's got that. That's what Mikel gets paid the big bucks for, to sort that out, to have to sort that stuff out. What was Sam saying? Sorry, I didn't read his comment.
Yeah, he agreed with you on the first part. He said Arsenal dominated the game. Fulham looked scared to touch the ball. Apparently, they had a free kick at one point outside the box, and they passed it back.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
He said he thinks Fulham were lucky to get a point in the end.
Lucky. I mean, here's the thing: Arsenal were on Fulham. Don't get me wrong, but we didn't deserve to win the game. Do you catch my drift? Like we were not lethal. We were not threatening. We were not giving it the killer instinct. And whether that's down to personnel, whether that's down to the fact that, okay, you know what, Arsenal need to buy some players is one thing, but as soon as I saw the 11, I was just like, the thought I thought was, why are we making this hard for us to win? You understand what I'm saying? That was my thought. I didn't think we would.
Sorry,
draw. I thought we'd win.
I hate to drop your game because there's been another goal at the London Stadium.
It's bedlam. It's bedlam.
It's 2-1 to West Ham.
Yes,
and it's the captain, Jared Bowen.
Oh, what man.
So I'll go back to the previous one because it's pretty much 2 of the same things. Literally, Wolves go one end, they take it to the corner, they cross it in. Lovely finish by Jack Doherty. The same thing has happened with West Ham. Crossed in, lovely cross in. And he tucks it home. The Wolves players are not happy. I don't know if there's been a push or stuff, but it is 2-1.
I know Gary O'Neill. I'm seeing him here on the touch. He's spitting blood.
Yeah, you must. How you scoring and concede like that?
But he's
and Bowen has pulled out a shirt saying for Antonio and pointed it to the crowd. He's giving all the love. So there we go.
How bad is this Antonio situation? I'm probably underplaying this. I'm probably really underplaying this.
It's a potential career ender, man. It's sad.
Career ending is one thing, but like what? Like life?
I mean, if it was a founding, it's probably on the brink.
Wow.
Pete,
incredible scenes. Yes.
Why was Calafiori out?
He's injured.
Yeah, but is it what injury we're talking?
It's like a knock. I hear things.
Yeah, like it's some mystery injury. So I feel like he's been out for a bit.
That's how this here saying like you finished second and responded with Marino, Sterling, and Calafiori.
It wasn't a good window. It wasn't a good window.
Stinky.
It wasn't a good window. It wasn't a good window.
Real stinky.
But at the same time, like, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, the problem with football today, is like your season is based on your window, and it shouldn't be the case. Like, there should be
on the table.
Like last year, for example, we had a tremendous window, right? When you're signing Declan Rice and you're having Havertz in there, you've had a good window. So like there will be times where we fought City to the very last kick of the game. Like we honestly, it was a
that year before, didn't
great. No, we didn't. It was a game to spare the year before. game to spare the year before. You're not always going to have 100. I know. We watch United spend 100 million a year. We're not always going to be doing world-class signing after world-class signing or top-class signing. We did look in the window for one, but we couldn't get them for whatever reason.
Do you think? Do you think if we end this month and you're maybe, let's say, within 4 or 5 points of Liverpool, the board see that as an opportunity to go big and get a big money signing in to push you over the line?
If I'm honest, Oscar, if we're close enough, they won't touch it. I think they will hit the panic button if it's 10 points. If top four looks like it's in question, they'll press the button.
I think we would all agree on this podcast that if Liverpool go on to win this league and Arsenal don't, that is a major failure on the project of Arsenal Football Club. I mean, you've kind of been in the queue behind Man City for 2 years. You have to go for it this year.
But saying that, like, Liverpool...
How can you spin it?
No, because in a sense of like Liverpool have been here before with Manchester City, right? And they've been legit title contenders for years. Okay, they had a dip, right? They had a dip. They had a dip in terms of fighting.
They had a couple dips.
Fighting, huh?
They had a couple dips.
Yeah, I mean, what, 2 dips? 2 season dips? Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that they're here isn't a surprise. That they're here. I think nobody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like last year, they were in the title race up until, was it May, April? Yeah, they were in the title race till May, April last year, and the year before that, they were out of sight. The year before that. So when you're really thinking about it, year and a half, let's say, Liverpool haven't been Liverpool.
Okay,
like it's.
I mean, you can tell yourself. You can tell yourself that.
Yeah, because people just forgot about Liverpool when Arsenal were challenging City. They just forgot about them and forgot who they were. What are you saying, AD?
No, I mean, it's crazy. It's like the cycle of an Arsenal fan, isn't it? You see, Oscar, I like this in the stage where what's going to happen now? The Arsenal fans are going to be like, well, actually, Liverpool have got Salah. Liverpool actually competed last season. You see what I'm saying?
No,
and we think that was deluded. Anyways,
what's my stance on the Premier League this season?
I don't know. What's your thoughts?
It's not Liverpool winning the league this season.
Fair.
What you think is you?
Yeah, I think we're still going to be champions.
How can you not agree with what I'm saying?
Because at the same time, it can also be true that Liverpool are actually like they are here. They are part of this. They were always part of this. It's just that when they went away for a year, normally you just go ahead and walk away with it. But we propped up.
So, no dilly, no dally. If Arsenal are serious, in January, a top left winger comes to the club. No dilly, no dally. You're not playing around.
We need more than a left winger.
You need that.
But here's the thing: we won't sign a new player if we are in touching distance of the top spot.
That doesn't make no sense. Why not?
You don't want to win.
No, because it will feel like, okay, maybe it's not that deep. I genuinely that's how I think they'll operate.
I hope they don't have that mentality, because I think that's the wrong mentality. You seize moments,
Yeah.
You're not always going to be the best team for 5 years in a row. You have to take your moment when the other teams ain't here. So
I think also the other question is availability.
Available. Yeah. Listen, everyone's available. I've already told you this. Everyone's available.
If you put 100 mil on the table, you know what I mean? There's a whole raft of availability then.
Yeah, everyone's available.
Also, certain men on this podcast are criminals, but let's move on from Arsenal.
Who's the criminal?
Hey, you know who you are.
Huh? Who's the criminal? What's the charge? That's the first question.
Listen, I'm going to start by saying this, I haven't watched Arsenal properly in a while, Last Arsenal game I saw was like Inter and then Chelsea. I watched those 2 games. I ain't seen the 90 minutes. But in this while that I've been away, man have been telling me, Havertz has been good. He's been good for us.
I knew you'd rock up. I
don't know what the charge is. And that's the criminal is.
You know what's so funny? Do you know what's so funny? What's so funny is This time last week, do you know what my banner was? This time last week,
What was it?
it was Kai Havertz scores again. Nothing
Can I
needs to be
finish-
said.
can I
Wait,
finish my
no,
sentence? Can I
no,
finish
no,
my
no, no.
sentence?
Why
Can I
is
finish my sentence?
why is
Why can't I
Kai
finish?
Havertz? Why is Kai Havertz being brought up today?
Okay,
Why?
let me answer. Like I
No,
said,
he was poor though. He was poor.
like I said,
Okay, he was
I
poor on
haven't
Sunday.
been-
He got an assist as well when he was
Guys,
poor. That's fine.
That's because he missed the header. He was trying to score.
Still an assist. Whichever way you want to slice it. Whichever way you want to slice it.
What I'm saying is this: I haven't watched Arsenal, and I didn't watch Arsenal this week. I was out on Wednesday when you lot played United. I see in the group chat Havertz hasn't been affected. That's all I saw. Then Sunday again, I missed the game. I see man them cussing Havertz in the group chat. I'm like, well, you not told me he was good.
He is good because he's had two not great games.
Fair, but okay, just two.
Yeah.
My bad. I got it wrong.
In recent memory.
What's going on?
I guess I'm the criminal.
Say again.
I'm saying, well, Oscar, what? There's a dossier of bad performances. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, he's good. He's good. These aren't bad performances. He's good.
No, stop mind games. Like, come on, tell us what you really think, man.
He's not getting me. My centre forward got a goal last week and he's got an assist this week. So that'll do for me. If he's playing poor, give me some product. He gave me a product. He's the reason. He's part of the reason why we got a draw in this game. So move on.
Why can't he be part of the reason you won? Why can't that?
Because we didn't win.
That's a great question. Hey, Oscar, that's a sick question, though.
First of all, he was. You see, you lot are absolute scumbags. Last week we won 3-0 against Forest, right? Sorry, not 3-0. 5-2 against West Ham. He was part of the reason why we won. What kind of stupid question is that? It's like saying he's not done anything.
What did I sub that game?
Nah, he scored.
He scored in the first half.
Max Tillman just in
the first half. I think he scored the fourth goal.
Oh, that was the Forest game. That's the Forest game. My bad. Don't mind me.
Yeah, they beat Forest. He didn't play. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
he didn't play against Forest. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's talk about other scores in the game in the weekend. Ipswich Town 1, Bournemouth 2. Great result for Bournemouth. Good stuff there by Adoni Areola. They're doing well. Ruud van Nistelrooy's Ipswich Town. Ruud van Nistelrooy's Leicester City. The Foxes, first of all, did they get a 3-0 win against? Was it West Ham?
West Ham
in the midweek.
3-1. They did score.
Okay,
yeah,
3-1, and then a 2-2 draw at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. Good start.
They were 2-0 down. They were 2-0 down.
2 down. Yes, they were 2 down.
Good start
for Ruud van Nistelrooy. No, but good start for Ruud van Nistelrooy. This Leicester City side. I don't know if you lot saw this, but Jamie Vardy's goal in midweek rolled back the years. I saw 2016 Jamie Vardy, and I said, you know what?
Rolling back the years, simply red.
That's a lot of years, you know. 2016.
No, he rolled it back, guys. If you see the Vardy goal in midweek, it was that classic last, his last shoulder of the defender, onside, 1-on-1 with the keeper, slots it in the bottom corner. I said, nah, Vardy, you're having a party. And I did not realize this, but Vardy was out of contract at Leicester City in the summer. Did anybody know this? He was not a Leicester player in the summer. And they brought him back. Like, they brought him as an emergency. They brought him back. I had no idea.
Quick question.
Yes.
Jamie Vardy, is he a Premier League legend?
Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know what it means. He's a legend.
No, what does it mean? I need to know a Premier
League. That's a fair point. What's a Premier League legend?
Let's say 10 years time, does he get into the Premier League Hall of Fame?
No, stop it. First of all, the Hall of Fame is a farce. We know this already. So let's not.
We know this.
Let's not do Hall of Fame.
We know. Yeah.
Let's not.
Is he a Hall of Famer? Is he a Hall of Famer?
What I'm saying is the Premier League Hall of Fame is a farce. We're not.
Wait, why is the Premier League Hall of Fame? I've heard you lot say this for time. Why is it a farce?
Ernest. It's like WWE. Everyone will be there. Everyone will be there. The fact that they play
Hall of Fame, as opposed to Hall of Fame being what?
As in, like if you said like in terms of Mount Rushmore's, the elite of the elite. So not everyone.
The thing is, with the Hall of Fame, I think they always get the first two right, like the ones that the fans don't vote for. It's asking the fans to vote is what
are in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be.
Say again.
How many are in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be?
Look. That's a great question.
That's like, but the thing is, the reason I hate the Hall of Fame is not even that. That's not why. Like at the end of the day, these players, that all the ones that are nominated are legends in their own right, so they should be there anyway. Like it's not really a big deal. The fact that it's fan voted is like so disrespectful to the players. Like it should just be football writers and pundits and players and ex-managers. They should be voting. Then the fact that there's no ceremony. This should be televised. It should be a televised show where they announce the PFA Player of the Year, the Young Player of the Year, and they induct flipping, I don't know, Patrick Vieira into the Hall of Fame as the whole ceremony goes on. And it's
you want a spectacle?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
the Hall of Fame.
Guys, hold on. Sorry, interrupting. There's a VAR check for a potential penalty for Wolves.
For Wolves?
For Wolves.
Yeah.
Who's Wolves penalty?
And
Could
it's
you?
been disregarded.
I got Strand last in my fantasy, man. I need a goal.
But yeah, I mean, like, listen, what was he talking about? We were talking about Jamie Vardy's not a Premier League legend. Stop it. No,
and
he's not.
No.
I just think,
Okay.
Of course not.
that's wrong.
Of course he's not. Of course he's
No,
not. He's a legend.
there's no leading question to it. It's just an opinion. I'm just asking for an opinion.
Hold on,
That's
Peter. Does Jamie Vardy have a golden boot?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, he does. Jamie
Okay.
Vardy has a golden boot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Does Jamie Vardy have a Premier League winning medal with Leicester, the most iconic Premier League win there's ever been?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That doesn't make
Does
you a
Jamie
Premier
Vardy
League
hold the
legend.
record for the most consecutive goals in a Premier League game run?
Yeah, he does.
He's a Premier League legend. What are we
How
talking about?
many goals did he score? Like 150, no?
What are we doing?
Not a Premier League legend.
What are we doing?
But I take because I don't like this. I don't like how watered down every award is. How when we talk about world class players, when we talk about legend, do you know what legend means? Do you know what I'm saying? Like we
142 goals is
watered
nuts.
it down.
Part of you say what Peter said, but it has to be
Jamie Vardy's not a Premier League legend.
No, but you know where I agree with Peter. I think there should be a metric.
Yeah, part of me does.
I'm not saying whether he is or he isn't, but I think if it's off of pure like basic lazy analysis of how many goals scored and feeling, then I don't think he should be there for that. And I also think Jamie Vardy is proof that like goals are just the metric. Do you know what I mean? He's what do you call it? It's a low hanging fruit. Do you know what I mean?
Jamie Vardy.
Oscar, so much more than that.
Jamie Vardy cannot sit on the same table as Thierry Henry, Alan Shearer. He cannot.
Then we're talking tiers of legend.
Exactly. No, you are. I'm not talking tiers. He's not a legend. There's one tier in legendary status. It's one tier. And that one tier is the likes of Thierry Henry, of Alan Shearer, in terms of Premier League, Patrick Vieira, Scholes, proper.
What did it work out?
Huh?
Did it work out?
What are you laughing?
Why are you laughing for? What are you laughing for? I don't even mention him because it's an obvious one. I don't mention him.
The way Peter asked that question.
By the way, all intents and purposes, Dennis Bergkamp, of course, is a legend, by the way.
I give Vardy Leicester legends, but I want to know what the Mandem's metric is.
Ernest,
I think what he was to Leicester,
Palace.
It impacted the Premier League enough. That's how I thought.
So what? Name me is any Blackburn player in legendary status? Legendary status. Say again. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Besides Alan Shearer.
The Burn did some heavy lifting.
Because now we need to measure impact.
And by the way, a newsflash: Riyad Mahrez is more of a Premier League legend than Jamie Vardy is.
Whoa! Stop the press!
No, we won't stop the press. No, we won't stop the press. If Jamie Vardy's in legendary status, give Mahrez that seat as well. Get him in there. But guess what? You do not put either of them in there. You don't put either of them in there.
Yeah, Peter. You know what? Peter,
I understand your wrestling. Yeah,
you showed me.
I don't think if Vardy makes the seat. Do you know how many seats you're giving out to this table?
Yeah,
no, it's ridiculous.
But that's a Hall of Fame though. They give out seats every year. That's
my point is, my point is, yeah. Okay, so the way my what's the word I'm looking for? My kind of preference in terms of like elite, legendary, differs clearly from others. Like world-class players clearly differs from others. Nobody, like, you can't just throw someone in there who's been hot for a year, had Suede for a year. Like Jamie Vardy had one hot year. He had one hot year. And man are talking. Okay,
that's not true. 142 goals. That's not one hot year, man.
Name the other one. Besides winning the league title that year,
I would say 2 years. I would say 2 years that year. The title winning and
20th season, man.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, 20th season is good. So does Ivan Toney. He's done 20 this in a season. What I'm saying is, when no, he didn't win the league. So what if he didn't win the league?
As in, I think his goals contributing to Leicester winning the league is a big part of why he's a legend.
Yeah, he's not a legend. It's a big part why he's he's definitely a top player. You know, one of the top players we've seen. He's not a legend.
Cult hero.
He's not a Premier League legend.
I just think certain things get weighed differently. So, for example, I think scoring 20 goals at Man United doesn't make you a legend. Scoring 20 goals winning the league at Man United doesn't make you a legend. But scoring 20 goals and winning the league for Leicester does. I think they're weighted differently. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Phillips.
No.
Oh, come on, it's not the same thing, man.
Because
he
didn't do anything of note.
I mean, he scored. He had the most goals in football that year.
Big him up.
Not just in England, in Europe.
Big him up.
Okay.
It's another topic that we can bring up like an international break.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Leicester 2, Brighton 2. Aston Villa beating Southampton 1-0. 1-0.
He was playing for Fleetwood in non-league.
So what? That's not part of the conversation.
The miracle kid.
So what?
Yeah, no, you're right.
But you know, on Monday Night Football, on Sky Sports Soccer Saturday, on Match of the Day, they will use his story to market the legendary stuff.
It's a good story.
But you don't think when we're talking about things like legend, you don't think that stuff? You don't think that?
I'm not even giving my opinion. I just want to know what because that when you lot just stopped, was it Robin or Oscar and said, "What's a legend?" I said, "That's a fantastic question. What is a legend?" Because again, words are being thrown around like confetti.
But the fact there's a debate to be had. You're not a legend. Do you know that? Do you know that, guys? The fact that there was even a topic of conversation means you're not one. It means you're not one because we cannot discuss whether Henry's a legend. We cannot.
Is Alisson a legend?
Who
is Liverpool's goalkeeper?
Oh, Alisson Becker. When did Alisson join?
2018.
Is he a legend?
Premier League legend, yeah.
Why?
One of the best goalkeepers we've ever had in the Premier League.
But he's the only one won the league title, though.
I don't care about the league title. That's not what I'm talking about.
No. He's a legend.
What I'm talking about. Take accolades aside.
So your thing is just pure talent, pure ability,
pure talent and consistency. Hand in hand.
I don't think you can take away accolades.
Don't get me wrong. When you're the talent and you're consistent, you will win the trophies. Don't get me wrong. But,
I mean, Harry Kane didn't.
Say again.
Harry Kane didn't.
He's not a Premier League. He's not what? He's not a Premier League legend.
No. You said talent and consistency.
But he's not a Premier League legend.
Oh, whoa! Stop the press. Peter, stop the press. Look, this is bogus. Harry Kane's not a Premier League legend.
No.
What are we doing?
No, but Pete, what you said was
that's ridiculous, man.
I don't even care that he didn't win the trophy, but you said talent and consistency. Harry Kane was talented and he was consistent.
I personally remember how I was on this podcast about Harry Kane's talent and everything else. I think for the first couple of years that he was rated big and highly, overrated to me. Personally, me speaking, I think when he became, like I said, you know what, this guy is gangster, we have to just give it to him, was from 2017 onwards. That's just my opinion.
But 2017 is a large chunk. Is a larger chunk of his
it's
career.
Still like 5 years.
Yeah, but it's like the just because he scored like 20 goals, I'm not saying that he's elite.
No. But my point is, from 20, let's call it 2017 and onwards.
Yeah.
That's talent and consistency.
Yeah.
And my question is, my other question would be, you said Alan Shearer, so the only Shearer's the top scorer.
Shearer did it for 20 years.
But
Shearer did it forever.
Second to him in goals.
Cool.
The one thing that separates him is the league title.
Consistency.
That's legendary size.
It is. You're right. It is that. But you know, like I don't just let everyone come to the party. Does
No,
that make sense?
So what you're saying is there's another metric.
No, it's just that not that there's another metric. He's not a legend. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, Pete.
He's not a legend.
You're contradicting yourself.
I'm not just because there will be many players that will probably have who are talented, that have done and have been talented for many years, that don't get legendary status.
Not many were as consistent as Harry Kane.
Sure.
But the point is that if you say that talent and consistency is your metric and you're not giving it to Kane, there has to be another metric, or you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's one of the two.
Why is there no? Because it's my opinion. I don't think necessarily that this is like.
I know it's your opinion.
Yeah, but I'm not shooting myself in the foot that I don't think Harry Kane is a Premier League legend, even though he's been consistent and he's talented. What I'm saying is those that are in. Look, every tennis player plays tennis, but not everyone who plays tennis can be a tennis player. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm basically saying.
That doesn't make sense to me.
What I'm saying is that every. No, say again.
Is Harry Kane talented?
He is talented, yeah.
Has he been consistent?
He has been, yeah.
So why is he not a legend?
Because, like I just said, not everybody who plays tennis is a tennis player, but
Why
everyone who's a tennis player plays tennis.
So, So what's the outlier? So if you can be talented and consistent, and then there's some that make it to become a legend, and there's some when I consistent but don't make it. What's the separating?
I can't tell you exactly what the difference is, but like if I say to you Thierry Henry and I say certain players like that, I don't have Harry Kane in that conversation. I don't have him in that bracket.
Because you see, for me, I always say that in the bucket of world class, Harry Kane, like R9, Thierry Henry, Alan Shearer are all at the table eating caviar. Harry Kane's sweeping the floor, but he's in a room.
Yeah, but he's not at the table.
But he's in a room.
But no, he's not in the table. As far as I'm concerned, if you're not on the table, we're not including those that are street sweeping.
No, but the thing is, not every man can be in the. Vardy can't be in that room.
Absolutely. Damn sure he can't be.
Vardy's not in the window.
I get what you're saying.
Damn sure he can't be in that room. Yeah, for damn sure.
So then that goes to the.
Go on.
I was gonna say, but if that's the case, then it sounds like a tier system to me. If that makes sense.
No, the tier system is what Ernest just said. Is that he sweeps the floor in the room. I'm saying he's not in the room. If you're sweeping, if you can't make the table, you're not in the room. It doesn't mean to say, those that are outside of the room are not talented and not consistent. What I'm saying is those that are in the room are talented and consistent. That was the point I'm saying about tennis and whatever else.
I would love to hear you draw up a list of who the Premier League legends are. Maybe take a few days, think about it, write them all down, and then drop it over, because I genuinely want to see this. One final question from Nat. It says, is G a Prem legend to you?
Who's Steven Gerrard? 1,000%. That's not a serious question, is it? That's not a serious question.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very confused now.
That's not a serious question.
But
I'm confused too.
Be a talent thing then. Is that because you think his talent is greater than Harry Kane's?
Bro, that's 1,000%.
Oh no,
yes.
that of course.
Yes.
The talent is better than Kane's, but the consistency is arguable with Kane.
I'm sorry, Gerrard was balling from Wade. And the guy stopped playing football when? How long ago did he stop? It wasn't that far. He was playing when Kane was playing. Not obviously not as the same elite when he was 28, but like he was still kicking ball, doing bits for Liverpool when on his last day. On his last freaking day. Anyway.
I mean, I get what Peter's saying, and I think maybe, Peter, what you're missing is you're saying someone's talented, but maybe there's another level of talent that you rate a little bit higher. Because that
goes into the whole.
That sounds clear to me.
No, because but Peters is not tier. Because Peters literally saying
you're not in.
You have to make it to a certain level of talent. Like, and if you don't make that level, because what I was thinking,
Harry Kane's got a top quality of talent. He's got a top quality of talent. Let's have it right. It's not good enough to be in the legendary status.
Then that's where I'm more on the side of Ernest. Then there has to be. And again, we've gone too long about this. I think, another metric. Yeah.
It's not a contradiction that I think Harry Kane's less talented than other players that are in the Hall of Fame. It's not.
No, you know what? This conversation will get drawn out. Let's move on.
Yes, it's a good debate to have for like an international break, as someone said earlier. Where was I? Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0, Brentford 4. Newcastle United 2.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
or should we? Or Brentford scored the most goals at home this season in the league.
Because I asked the group chat. I asked a question in the group chat, and everyone ignored it.
Go on. What's the question?
Eddie, how about an away clean sheet? How about that?
Eddie, how?
We never see it. We never see it. How about so
Newcastle fans. Some of them are calling for his head. Thoughts?
Well, it's been a frustrating season.
Why?
Because
or
I think.
how,
Do you know what? I think it's the whole expectation. Ever since the Champions League, like getting into it, it's not recovered. It's slowly going down, then down.
And I think
football fans, though.
Wait, Pete, can I just chime in on that? And then you can go. I feel like you're going to be contrary to that. But I think what we're seeing from Villa in the league is very similar to what we expected from Newcastle when they were in the Champions League. The weight of the games, the fact that you have to play your first 11 midweek and your first 11 on the weekend takes its toll on a squad, and their league position generally drops. Now, Newcastle are no longer in the Champions League. They're no longer in Europe. So people are expecting them to do almost what Forest are doing and just have consistent wins and play a little bit better. They're not doing that. So that's the issue.
Would you not argue that Newcastle, when they got in the top 4, right, was a season of dire straits?
Sorry to interrupt. It's full time, 2-1 to West Ham, and there's beef on the pitch. The West Ham players are fighting the Wolves players. I don't know what's going on. Gary O'Neill's walked straight down the tunnel. The bubbles are blowing. It's all kicking off in East London.
Bubbles are blowing.
The referee's handing out yellow cards left, right, and centre. It's all kicking off.
David's having an entertaining night. That's for damn sure. When Newcastle made the top 4, you got to remember what was around, what was happening in the Premier League at that point in that season. Nobody was there. In fact, Man United and Newcastle were having a fight for third. Like, who wants third? Do you know what I mean? Who wants fourth? Who wants third? Type of deal.
Also, not being funny, but Newcastle supposedly the richest club in the world. But how can't I spend any money?
That's the problem. Guys, brilliant point, AD. This is why football sucks and stinks and it's bent, because all of a sudden now we've decided, oh no, just because you've got new owners doesn't mean you can come in here and start spending. You're just like, it just, the mind boggles. Like, Amanda Staveley left, guys. Pay attention to that. Because when she joined, she said, it's juggernaut business. We are here to win Premier League and Champions League. They can't get anywhere near it, and they can't spend any money, which I think, like, guys, I don't think you understand how bent that is, man. They can't spend a dollar.
Pete, you know what? Yeah, I think you're diverting the attention here, because their squad is not it's not horrid.
Okay, where should Newcastle? Where did they finish last season?
They finished above us. They
finished seventh. Oscar, they finished seventh last year. So that's a cracking result for Newcastle.
It's not cracking.
Okay, where should they finich? Newcastle United. You talk about that squad.
Oscar is Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Busy Bone, Bone Thugs, and Harmony.
Why? That's too much bone, man.
Hey, first of all, you watch wrestling. You could never tell anyone here why.
That's a spandex. That's a GPO with a spandex. That's crazy.
In his 30s and 40s as well.
Yeah. What's lyrical about a man called Adama Traore who used to oil himself? Why?
To put it bluntly, West Ham United have just won today. Yeah, 2 points behind Newcastle now.
Yeah, okay.
1 point behind Manchester United.
I'll give them this, right? I'll give them. I mean, I'm just looking at the table now. What is going on? What is Tottenham 11th, Newcastle 12th, United 13th, West Ham 14th? What is going on? Because I'm seeing your Bournemouths and Brentfords and Fulhams in the top 10, and but Forest.
Isn't it clear, Pete?
Go on.
The teams that aspire for Europe have overburdened themselves with things outside of talent.
Go on.
And the teams that are finishing higher have focused on talent. Because you can't tell me that Nottingham Forest have a more Premier League ready team than Manchester United. You can't tell me that. And yet, here we are. Brighton Football Club, since the arrival of Chris Hughton, I remember their first game against City, first game of the season, City struggled to get that 2-0 win, yeah? Aguero was still here. How many years later, Brighton are playing some of the world's best football, 4 or 5 managers in. Manchester United have focused on names. Tottenham have focused on names, including coaches. Newcastle have focused on trying to be Tottenham and Man United, and have not focused on football. Everyone above them, look at my man that bought the Nottingham Forest with a big belly. He just got flipping edge. Yeah? Brother, them men are trying to get world domination, Pinky and the brain team. Manchester United don't know whether they're arriving or But in Newcastle and in thugs. Tottenham sold Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and have Pape Sarr and Kulusevski in central midfield. No, guys, look at Aston Villa have Unai Emery, a proven manager. Bournemouth have decided to go out of this world and get a manager who can actually coach. Guys, the focus is not on football between 11th and 14th.
But on the Newcastle point, what was the summer like? Who did they bring in?
Livramento got tied down. I think Lewis Hall got tied down.
Lloyd Kelly.
Tonali returned.
That's it. And they couldn't sell anyone. All the guys they wanted to sell, like Bruno G to Arsenal, they asked for 100 million. What's going on here?
But I don't understand. Why can't Newcastle spend money? Like, what's?
Because they don't make it. Because they don't make it.
They don't make the money.
One of Peter's mentors was part of this FFP thing. Mr. Wenger, he's there.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Wenger, Mr. Arsene. He's there.
The thing is, Wenger was trying to stop Chelsea and Man City.
And look how well that went.
It didn't exist. It didn't exist. What we found out, do you know what it is?
You showed us.
Listen,
wow.
Here's Oscar. Chelsea and City have been so bent. You got banned for 2 transfer windows one time, right? You are so bent. What do you mean?
What? And then the Premier League picked on new owners. We're clean.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go look at Chelsea's squad and look at how much.
Chelsea's story is hilarious. The government took their owner away.
You guys all picked your owners. Your club was sold fairly. We didn't pick ours.
Hey, Oscar, did you remember that time you could even buy a t-shirt from the club store? You couldn't even buy a mug.
The shop was
ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to hear some stories from a Chelsea.
I definitely don't want to hear it.
If your owner was doing halal stuff, he'd still be here. Yeah? Yeah? If he wasn't in bed with the Kremlin, he'd still be
here.
Hey, look. Hey. Let he who has not sinned cast a
wow. That's a shameless one.
Glazer cast a first stone.
Do you know what I mean?
The football's blood, though. All of our club have blood on our hands. Bit the hell.
There's gonna be
on TikTok. They told me there's no clean billionaires. That's what they told me.
I agree.
That's what they said.
It can't be.
Is it? You can't be a clean billionaire.
Already. Look at your boy Sean Carter. They came through last night.
I think you can be clean.
Nah, there's no way.
As a billionaire,
I think you can be clean.
If your boy Dave Ramsey has a billy in his network, yeah, I know he slapped somebody's mum in the past.
All right, hear this then, yeah. Job in it in the Bible, right? Richest in the East. Holla at me.
Yeah,
because can I be honest? What does that mean?
I'll raise you one better. Solomon. They say him and Mansour Musa is a debate.
Yeah. Oh boy, Solomon wasn't clean.
Solomon clean.
But he didn't get it crookedly though, did he? He didn't get the crooked money.
No, but them man was on slavery and bad things.
Who was on slavery? Who's on slavery?
Solomon and them.
What about Job?
That's not the same though.
How is it? That's
It's
what
not the
that's
same.
what
It's not the same.
No,
No,
that's what the
indentured
billionaire
slavery.
conversation is about.
Indentured slavery is not the same thing as chattel slavery.
No, but that's what the billionaire thing is about. So when people say like the owner of Amazon or whatever, they're saying that he's hiring people on slave contracts. Like they're not. It's not really slavery.
But you know what? Yeah, I don't know if this
You know what I'm
conversation.
saying?
I don't know if this
It's
conversation
exploitation.
is meant for here.
Oh, it's
But-
definitely not meant for here.
No, in terms of like,
I just be talking about Chris Wood.
if you existed in a specific time, there's bare norms. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Does that make
if
them
we're going by
right?
that metric, yeah, I'm not saying they're doing stuff outside of the norm. I'm just saying the term that I've heard of there's no clean billionaire. It comes from today's moral standard, not from their moral standard.
Oh, when I say there's no clean billionaires, I mean that what's his name? Jeff Bezos had to step on heads. I'm saying he had to step on heads to be able to climb the ladder. That's what I'm saying. In the ladder, I have to excuse my language. I have to F Peter over. I have to do something crazy in order.
That Triple H, man, said there's no friends in this industry.
It's like has anyone here watched House of Cards?
No. Haven't, man.
Oh, you guys are missing out. But essentially, the guy he climbs the ladder from being a spin doctor for certain political parties and climbs the ladder to become like president. But in doing that, he kills people. Do you know what I mean? Like certain men get like blackmailed, etc., etc. in order for him to become who he it's like that's what I'm saying. Like Donald Trump stepped on certain people's heads in order to become who he was. It's not just because he's such a man full of integrity and he just wanted to make a cleaner earth. That's not why people become. But I don't want to say it's not why, but it's not the main driving force behind why people become billionaires. You have to do something wrong.
You think okay? So you think there can be
I didn't mean it from that standpoint.
Sorry. Then we're getting our wires crossed. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Okay. Fair.
May I be the first clean billionaire then on this earth? Maybe after Job. Anyway, what was the other scoreline? Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 2 as well.
Firstly, non-football related, yeah. That Man City kit cannot be in the Premier League. It's a championship kit.
No, it kind of slaps, you know.
It doesn't.
It kind of slaps.
It's
I watched
horrible.
it first time at the start of the season, and I was like, do you know what? Like it could have made this a lot worse.
Whoa! This is not true.
That's the closest thing to a clean billionaire is Dr. Dre.
This is not true.
Dr. Dre, my bro. Google
Dr. Dre.
Ask him where Pack is.
Oh
my god!
Hey,
ask him.
Hey, Oscar, cut the cameras.
I didn't know that's where we were going.
Oh my! Holy cow!
No, guys, come on. What was you lot?
I'm not involved.
What was you lot saying?
These are the
I don't want to say it on
the
top
words of Peter.
Dr. Dre has been famously accused of doing some horrible things.
I mean,
like breaking ceramic with Michelet's face.
Like D Barnes, man. D Barnes. That's what I'm saying.
It was a D Barnes.
There's a lot of stuff they didn't show in Straight Outta Compton. Let's put it out.
Oh, damn sure. First of all, have you seen Compton? Flipping out. No, guys, there are some ends. You have to just accept it. You're destined for failure. If you grow up in these ends, you're destined for wickedness. You're destined for wickedness.
Well, you're a statistic.
You are just a statistic, mate.
Wow.
And as a Northwest man, I can give you 2 areas off the bat without thinking.
I don't think we need them.
Okay, then.
We've digressed, guys. Man
City.
Man
City too close to home. Too close to home.
Man City 2. Man City 2-2. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, another setback after beating Forest in midweek. You thought, maybe they're back in town, but yeah, is it's mad. It's mad. Palace have as well done very well to obviously get the victory. Do you guys think City will recover this season? And when I say recover, will they go on an unbeaten run this season?
No way.
They're one win away, in my opinion, from no one. The one L away from being out completely. In my opinion.
Peter, to answer your question, I think. Yeah, go on.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm just listening to what
Oh,
Robinho
no, I was gonna say. I think that with City, money solves a multitude of problems. I can just as easily see them go into the market. Here's £60 million of Zubimendi. Let's stabilize this thing, and then Pep can put a run together. Absolutely, but at this moment in time, this current iteration of players, I think they're cooked, man. Personally, I think they're cooked.
Zubimendi does not solve their problems.
It doesn't solve it, no, but it's something new. But it's just an example. But generally speaking, they look cooked physically, mentally, tactically, spiritually, whatever way you want it. It looks like all the leads, literally. So, but bro, it's not easy, bro. Like these men are on for 5p.
So they're what are they? Two wins in 9? Yeah, that's not good.
You know, I can't remember their last. I mean, like before Forest, obviously, I can't remember what the last win was. If I'm honest,
Probably Southampton.
Good grief! And that was the lucky one, wasn't it?
No, I mean, it was comfortable by us.
Was Fulham before or after that? Do you remember Fulham?
Fulham was before that.
It was before. Okay.
Yeah, that Fulham game, it wasn't concerning at the time, but looking at things in totality, it's like, wow.
Listen, you guys might be right. For me, I why am I struggling to believe that this is really them?
Because they won 4 in a row.
I don't.
Yeah, that's why. It's because they won
4 in a row. You men are, you lot have watched that too. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because I think that we need to allow the human body to endure only at its limit. To go 5 in a row is judge. Like the first 4 are monumental, never to be done again, in my opinion. The year they won the treble and the 3P is the greatest Premier League team, the best Premier League. Sorry, not the best, but the greatest Premier League team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't think you can. Bro, Fergie for me will always have an asterisk. Sorry, Pep will always have an asterisk to his name in comparison to Fergie for me, because Fergie got his teams to go again and again and again and again. And I don't think Pep is going to do that, specifically because of time, not because he's incapable.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, like it's not because he lacks talent. Do you know what I mean?
There's no.
But he's still in his 50s, ain't he? He's still got like, if he wanted to, 20 years.
100%. But I also think that the level of quality, United and City have the same problem this year. Quality. That's all it is this year.
Yeah. No, listen, there is no, like, the best manager in the world debate. There is no debate in Premier League history. It's Sir Alex. It's not even close, because like
is Alex Ferguson a legend?
1,000. Is he a legend? Did you mean to ask that question?
Is Pep a legend?
1,000%. Of course he is. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then it's Wenger and Mourinho. That's your list.
What about,
I'm so glad you didn't put Klopp there, because
I'm very happy.
No, Klopp is like Red 3-2 in that list on the group chat.
Yeah, Klopp's not there.
Wow,
like, he's a rapper.
But
he's a rapper.
I'm a bad at that.
I was talking to somebody.
Stand up, man.
No,
you are really.
Don't just argue for the sake of arguing.
If you step away, like take away all the emotion, and you just look at it for what is in a cold light of day. 1 league in 9 years is mental. Obviously, there's context to it. But man, a 1-to-9 ratio, and you're in the Hall of Fame. Oh, You know what I mean? Obviously,
Nasty.
obviously, you might know what Klopp means to me. You know, like.
Yeah.
And to be, if I'm being honest, all jokes aside, I do think he probably is a Premier League legendary manager. But bro, in the cold light of days, it's not great.
I respect
Pete,
it.
do you wanna read Sam's comment?
Okay, Vardy and Leicester winning. Vardy and Leicester City's winning year is just the same as Braun and Jenson Button winning the F1 World Title. Button is a well-loved British driver, but not an F1 legend. 1,000%. 1,000%, Sam. Oh, you know your Formula One. I love that. Man, them are telling me about Jenson Button, like, yeah, top. Get
Right,
the
Sam.
shit.
Sam, is Harry Kane a Premier League legend? That's what we're asking you. We want your answer.
Yeah. On that, what was I going to say? Yeah, somebody was saying to me the other day. We were talking about the Ferguson thing very quickly. I was obviously watching the Arsenal United game on the midweek, and explaining to this West Ham fan that I hate United more than I hate any other club. He couldn't understand it, and he said, "Why do you hate Man United more than you hate Chelsea and Tottenham?" Or more than Tottenham, really, was most of the conversation. I said, because when he finally asked me that question, I actually had a thought. It's because they're giving me so much pain in my childhood. Sir Alex Ferguson won 13 Premier League titles himself. Manchester United have 20 league titles. He's won 13 of them. Do you know how much pain and suffering that is? Bearing in mind that United haven't won the title since. I said, no, you don't understand. You don't know what pain is. I told the West Ham guy. I said, you don't know what pain is. If you think that my rival is going to be because they're down the road in North London, you've got another thing coming. Ask a Chelsea fan if Fulham is even a speck in their eye. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't know about Fulham. They care more about the others. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, moving on. People are confusing legendary status with memorable moments that go down in history. Yes, Sam. You're absolutely right. Guys, what's the goal of the week?
Oh, it's got to be our boy. Jadon Sancho.
Sancho was a good finish. I like Minter's goal as well.
Minter's goal.
Stood
out for me
because he who was the defender? Was it Fass? Was that guy again?
I don't think so.
Boss.
Oh, it wasn't Fass. Huh?
I don't know. I don't know who it was. It was a bloke. It was a guy.
His darts got done.
Cooked him inside out. You know what? Funny enough, in that game, there's one of Oscar's old Chelsea players. I thought Tarek Lamptey's finish was impeccable.
Naughty.
But do you know what I don't like? Do you know what I don't like about a finish which is with your weaker foot?
What's that, mate?
It just doesn't look. It just didn't look right.
Clean. Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't clean.
I'm with Assad. He says it's weird because I can't pick out whether it was a cross or not.
It was a shot, no?
I don't know if he meant to shoot.
Really?
Did he mean it?
Yeah.
I love that question. Did you really mean it?
Did you?
They're still asking Ronaldinho to this day.
What's that? What's going on?
They're still asking Ronaldinho to this day if you meant it. How dare they? David Seaman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you meant that one either. He didn't mean that, actually. He didn't mean
You don't think so?
No. You think he went for goal? Nah.
Yeah, I think he went for goal.
I think Lamptey went for goal. I'll go that far.
Yeah, I think he went for goal.
Nah, overhit cross, man. Overhit.
I big up Edmund as well from Ghana, man.
In it, Sarpong, boy, that is Ghanaian. That is root, blood.
That's a cross finest.
That is from the soil. You know what I mean?
Dino meant he didn't mean that.
What?
This guy, I thought it was common knowledge that he didn't mean that. Does everybody think he meant that?
I'm gonna watch it again.
What? Ronaldinho at the bridge?
No. Ronaldinho in the World Cup against David Seaman. He didn't mean that.
Oh, I need to watch that.
I'm gonna watch it
He
again.
didn't mean it.
Let's watch it.
I need to see he was at the back stick. I need to see the trajectory, how he's angled his foot. I need all of it.
I thought all this time.
I've just watched it, Oscar. He meant it. Oscar, he meant that. He meant that 1,000%. I've just watched it.
Wait,
Do you know why?
Do you know
Because you know what it is? He shapes to like it's like a side foot cross. Yeah. So I see what Oscar was coming from.
It's a side foot.
Wait there. But you know what's so funny, Oscar? It's a side foot shot, but it's the deception. It's the deception. He literally side foots it to go back post, making the keeper fooled. He fooled me just now, and I know he goes in.
Yeah, I felt like I'm watching it like, oh,
22 years later.
No, guys. Watch the angle where they show his face. You can see Ronaldinho's face.
But Oscar, how many times has Ronaldinho looked away and passed the ball the other
Yeah,
direction?
for
We've seen
real.
it a million times.
That was his thing. That's his hallmark.
Trademark. No, guys,
I
if
think,
you
I
watch
think
this
you
goal
lot
now,
are confusing who Ronaldinho.
question: if I show the goal now on here, will we be done?
Yeah.
Copyright strike.
I think we will be. I
If we
think people
share
will be on
another
us.
YouTube clip.
I don't think
I think people will be on us.
What about if it's a gift film?
Nah, he 100% means that.
From the wing, bro.
You don't think he meant it?
Yes.
It's the fact
that he tries to.
I'm not seeing.
It's the fact that he tries to side foot it. You know full well he's
But
done.
it's a cross.
He's done him. Look, and the way he celebration, he says, "Yeah, I did that. That's me."
And do you know why? Do you know why he's not? Because he looks at the players. He's looking at the crossing players.
Because he's fooling man. Oscar's not trying to hit the poker thing.
Guys, it's a horrible cross. That's
Oscar's a clown.
And I'm not having, just because he went on to be the best player in the world does not mean he meant
it proved he meant it. Look what he did afterwards. This guy passed the ball with his back. He meant that. Let me tell you that right now. Okay,
yeah, what's going on the week, Peter?
I'm gonna go Jadon Sancho. I'm gonna go Jadon Sancho.
Minter is my vote.
Minter. Oscar, yours is Sancho.
Jadon Sancho.
AD.
I'm going to give Lamptey the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. And Ernest.
What's it called? Sandra.
Jadon Sancho is the goal of the week. Who's the player of the week this week?
What, Enzo?
I thought Enzo was top tier, man.
Oh,
I didn't watch much football this weekend, though, so I can't really speak on other games.
Do you know who I thought was actually pretty brilliant? Who did I think was brilliant this week? I was raising him. Actually, he was quiet against Arsenal, but Iwobi's had a good month.
Yeah.
He's had a cracking
He's
month.
had a good season, man.
Yeah, he's had a very good season.
A goal and an assist for Morgan Gibbs-White. The assist was probably more impressive than the goal.
But they got packed in midweek. That's the thing. Don't forget they lost to City.
Are we doing it? Are we doing 2 weeks? Is that what we're doing?
2 weeks? It's the team of the week.
No, it was 2 game week.
I thought it was the team of the game week.
No, we'll do the week.
You could say Cole Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer for the penalty alone.
The penalty was just nasty business. For the sheer testicular fortitude, I'll give it to it. But I think who else is there? There was another player I was thinking about actually. Who was I thinking about, Peter? Who was you thinking about? You know what? I'm actually happy to give it to is it a Cole Palmer thing? What's my man?
Cole Palmer.
What's my man? Yeah, I was gonna say Evan Nilsson maybe at Bournemouth.
By the way, I big him up, man, because I wasn't too sure on the signing. Obviously, they lost Solanke. They get in this Evan Nilsson guy. He looks a bit small, a bit tender. I'm wondering how's
He'll get signed by somebody else. He'll get signed by somebody else.
Yeah, stop gap for real. He'll be there. He'll be there next season. Then gone after that.
Yeah,
I Bournemouth will make a profit. Surprisingly,
hyping a pen merchant.
I don't know, but look, I saw a brilliant tweet. If Saka had the same impact in the top 6 games as Cole Palmer did, they would phrase that as he's a penalty merchant. They would. The exact same level of performance, exact same impact.
They say about Cole.
Fez. I do hear murmurings.
I'm gonna go Cole Palmer for this week because even at Southampton away, he was unplayable. Southampton away. They ripped the piss out of Southampton.
I'll be real. I don't think Cole was that good. I thought
he was good. I thought he was good at Southampton.
I thought he was good yesterday. I thought he was better yesterday than Southampton.
Well, there you go, isn't it? We're rating 2 different performances, so he's clearly done something.
You see that he did one flick on against Tottenham where the ball came to him and it's like mid-air. He flicks it onto Neto, and it's like, why is he so audacious? Like, he just tries anything. He's so.
I feel like I feel like his demeanor. He carries out to the field, doesn't he? That whole lackadaisical, nonchalant, maybe dare I say, with all due respect, slightly thick, but it's not like thick as in he lacks intelligence. It's like he's not even thinking. Like he's just going through the motions. He doesn't even care.
I just like my football.
Yeah.
playing football, man. Good kid. Good kid.
Right. So my vote is Cole Palmer. What are you lot saying?
No, I agree.
Oscar?
I love it. I would have gone Enzo, but yeah, Palmer.
All right then. Enzo, what's his name? Cole Palmer is the player of the week. Who's the team of the week, guys?
It's got to be Chelsea, isn't it?
No,
Is it?
the team of the week is Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bournemouth.
It has to be Forest, no?
I mean, Forest.
Forest winning midweek.
Forest got packed in by City. They got packed
They
in by
got
City.
They got back in. Bournemouth won twice.
What about Chelsea? What about Chelsea? Chelsea scored 5 at Southampton and 4 at Tottenham.
We did. But
Yeah.
Southampton are the worst team. In the
Okay,
league.
they're fodder.
And-
I get it.
And Spurs, we should be beating Spurs.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, they scored 4, but they conceded 3. So that's just like,
I'm not going all crazy about Chelsea's performances. I think Bournemouth were.
Bournemouth, yeah. I'm happy to go with Bournemouth, man. Because they packed in Spurs, bro.
So what? Oh man, Iriola, credit where credit's due, man.
Oh, I'm loving him.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely loving him.
man.
I just hope he and his best players don't get pinched, because like a team like this, like you'll see like Kirkes is out, then a couple years they'll take Hyson, then they'll take Evan Nilsson. Let's just let them cook and see what they can be, man. Even for another couple seasons.
1,000%. I mean,
They're cooking me in the comments.
Assad makes a good point here.
Assad says, Bournemouth getting team of the week for coming back against Ipswich, but Chelsea don't for coming back against Spurs. Okay, Oscar.
They were 2-0 down, Chelsea.
Chelsea should have gone in and beat Southampton. They did the job. They should have gone in and beat Tottenham. They did the job. Bournemouth had 2 tough games. Spurs at home and then Ipswich away. Maybe, yeah, you could say they should have won. But they were fixtures you wouldn't predict. You should have been predicting.
With Southampton, and then they both played Spurs. I mean, it's the same thing, no?
The same juice.
So what, you want to give it Chelsea, yeah?
I would give it to Chelsea.
Guys, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. All right.
I feel like Bournemouth this week is almost like a sympathy vote.
Okay, Chelsea. You're right. Sorry.
I'm sticking with Bournemouth
away from home.
I'm sticking with Bournemouth.
We just have to accept that this is new Chelsea now, guys. Stop being shocked.
Oh, here he is.
Come on.
It's new Chelsea. Okay.
I was going to say Oscar's in the perfect position because, listen, he can just sit back and relax. If his team can crack on and keep winning, perfect. We'll take that. And guess what? If he does lose, they're not even meant to be here anyways. So just enjoy the ride.
We're not meant to be here.
Oscar, where's Chelsea finishing the season?
4th.
Okay. Who's not that guy this week?
That's one.
There's a few people. I think Cucurella, like those first 10 minutes, and you have to change your shoes.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So we're grown up people. We're grown men who play professional football. We play football at the highest level, at the elite level. We rock up to play Premier League football, London derby, under the lights, on Sky, 4:30 kickoff. It's been winding. It's been raining. We're seeing winding. We're seeing, so much so that, we're sending our prayers to Mikel Antonio. What in your right mind? What's Cucurella's first name again?
Mark.
Standard name as well. What was Mark thinking bringing blades to a wet surface?
He didn't wear blades. This is the funny thing they spoke about on Match of the Day. So
Talk to me.
He had studs and he swapped them out for another pair of studs. So what Troy Deeney was saying is he's just slipped. And then he's changed his boots almost as like a placebo effect to make everybody think he's not going to do it again. And he just didn't slip. Because even there was moments in the game where even Enzo slipped over a couple times in the final third. Like it kept happening to Chelsea players. So I think it was just wet. I don't think his boots were necessarily the wrong boots. I think it was just wet.
Wow. Fair play, Troy. He would know.
Yeah,
I mean,
so they looked at both
slips.
boots and like,
the slips, but the slips looked crazy.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be happening.
It was dumb.
But
you know how like there's favoritism amongst players. You get grace when you've been playing as well as he has. He's had a fantastic 2024. So Chelsea fans didn't really get onto him. Even at halftime when we went in at halftime, I was seeing the tweets. everyone was like, "Oh, unlucky." But that's 2 goals, bro. 2 goals you cost us from slipping over. If that was a player they didn't like, if that was Badia Shield, whoo, the racismo on the timeline would have been crazy.
But yeah, no, there's a few people. Obviously, Anana. What the heck was that with the second goal? Unfortunately, yeah, David Cook.
It's not unfortunate.
What?
It's unfortunate.
Getting the sack, yeah, with immediate effect.
He lost his job.
I mean,
Who else had a stinker? Another one in Spain, Kylian Mbappe missing
what's
another
the one that
penalty.
you put? What's the one? I watched Real Madrid. Was it Girona away? I watched that on the weekend. Oh my god,
Guys, imagine Mbappe's just washed like forever. Imagine he never.
he did score. He did score in the end. But
I know,
he
but
scored a
like he's
great
not
goal.
playing. Imagine he's just like Torres. He just never comes back.
No, guys, can I say something? Yeah, the Premier League is great, and it's been a great season to watch. And if you're watching your team, you live in La Vida Loca. However, guys, I've been watching European football of late, and I'm sorry, I am in the feels. I'm in the fields. Like, I'm even watching La Liga at this moment in time because the football's just full stop better. Like teams like Girona, Betis, people like this, they play better football than half our league.
What do they though?
No, but okay, AD. I'm gonna
like a Brighton, a Brentford, even a Forest.
Okay, no, those are good exceptions. But I like how you just passed over your neighbours. You just skimmed over that one. Went straight for your Brightons, and that's the thing. You know, when we talk about these things, I don't talk about those that are actually playing good football and look good. But I'm not watching Southampton. I'm not watching Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm definitely not watching. Stop there. I tell you, who's not that guy? Who's the goalkeeper now? Because they got rid of frigging McCarthy. They brought in another one, and guys, he's just worse. He's worse. They brought in but Pete, he was playing out of the back, outside the penalty area.
Bazunu?
No, not Bazunu.
No, but we have to take this as a picture of salt because Peter's the type of guy that would watch West Brom versus Coventry.
He's
that type of guy.
I would not.
You wouldn't because I can't. What was the game that you watched? And we're like, why did you watch that?
Hull Sheffield United. The reason is first of all, it's Derby. First of all, but secondly, I was grasping for football. There was nothing to be given. Nothing. I had to settle for Chris Wilder's Sheffield United at Hull. So listen,
how was it? Good game.
That's why I can't take it seriously.
No, you know what? English football, guys, is in the bin. Like when you actually think about it, because what makes the Premier League great is you can't find an English passport in any game anymore these days, right? The Premier League, the top players, you know what I mean? Like how many English players start for Arsenal, start for Chelsea,
The Premier League should be called the Foreign League.
It's the Super League. Chiellini said it the other day. It's the Super League.
Super League.
Chiellini literally said.
When Fabregas counts as a homegrown talent, I said, you know what? This league is really quite something.
And Arteta are eligible for playing for England. There you go.
Do you remember that random climber? It must have been like 08 when they were just like Armenia for England. Like he was awful. It wasn't like he was good. So I didn't get it.
By far, Wenger's worst ever signing.
He used to say that about Kudicini as well.
Carlo.
He could have played for England.
No, it's in the mud.
He was actually good. Italy something. Keepers, Toldo, outside of Boucher, you know what I mean?
Pagliuca, Toldo, Buffon, Abbiati. Oh my God.
Yo, that's a throwback.
Peruzzi, guys. What about Peruzzi? Oh.
That's before my time, mate. Peruzzi, I don't know.
But yeah, I think the big one of this week. Well, I don't know if it's not that guy because I need more information. But the whole Rock Nation situation is looking a bit. It's looking a bit. It's looking a bit higgy.
We have to ask our Rock Nation correspondent Ernest to actually explain.
It's too early though. We can't give Jay-Z.
We can't go straight in.
We can't.
Because
it's looking a bit bad.
Because Drake took a whole year of L's, so it was easier. Like this Jay-Z one, a lot of people have been waiting for this day, but I think for now, as much as I could definitely believe it to be true, it's simply an accusation stage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm guys. I'm banging out this
I
Kendrick
think the
album.
response is big, though, isn't it?
The what?
Like the fact that he's given credence to it by actually releasing a
No,
statement.
because nobody's ever come out and accused Jay-Z. Think about how long you've been listening to Jay-Z for, yeah? Nothing has ever come out officially as an official accusation.
Yeah.
When?
No, I'm saying yeah. Like so.
No, I'm saying
I understand the point.
Like if somebody like this, you have to remember the status that the brother has got into. He is a billionaire. He's a father. He is the correspondent to the cultural what's it called, musical selection at the NFL.
Yeah.
He is the head of Rock Nation. He is J flipping Z. And somebody's come and said, by the way, at this MTV party from 2,000 years ago, you and Diddy raped a 13-year-old girl. Brother, I'm a husband and a father. My oldest daughter is like 13. You want me to not respond? Brother, I'm putting the lawyers on all of you. All of you. All of you are this legal action. How the hell do you think you can defame my character and I'm not going to respond? Because Jay-Z's whole character is based on him being mysterious and not accessible. Now you want me to come out? I'm in hibernation half the year. Do you know what I mean? Of course.
That's why I was surprised, because we don't really hear from Jay. You don't talk on speculation.
If somebody said Oscar Majuzzi from Top 4 podcast had done a madness to one girl in Cricklewood, Oscar, we would hear from you a lot more.
I'm going live.
We would hear from you a lot more.
I'm going live. What do you mean?
Like you lot all know Getz and Suavo have had this beef in grind for time. Yeah. Suavo does not go on social media and do videos. When Getz put out that song, the album that had Mozambique and all them tunes in it, he had the lyric in it where he's saying that he punched Suavo in the face. Suavo came on Instagram Live
straight away.
It's not that Suavo doesn't do Instagram. Just he said, no, I knocked your tooth out. That's what he said.
Yeah, because that's what the whole ends knows.
Exactly, the
Northwest
whole ends
knows that boy
didn't do nothing. Do you know what I mean? So like, if somebody's speaking on your name publicly, as you could be a man from the pub down the road, or you could be Jay-Z, you're bringing the Avengers.
Factual.
It's that simple.
Factual. Right, people. It's been a great week of the Top 4 podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you do share, like, and subscribe. Next week, what we got?
Baraka.
Obviously, there's prayers up for Baraka. Welcome.
He's applying for an intern job in the spring semester.
No, fair enough.
Is that you, Baraka? Okay, no problem. No problem.
All right, cool. We've got prayer requests for the man. Them calm. We'll do that.
Hey, prayer request every week at the end of the pod.
Hey, listen, end of the pod. Everyone, prayer request, blood. What's man talking about, bro?
But you have to actually pray. You can't just say prayer request.
Yes.
I like
the moment.
So Oscar called me out. Yeah. He said I have to actually pray.
Because we can just say prayer requests and nobody actually prays. That's the
Man, them.
That's Peter just said, I'll pray for you, and they're going about his day. Mental. That's an insult. That's an insult.
No, but it's like you know the Mikel Antonio thing or one of them things, yeah. Everyone on social media, thoughts and prayers.
Why were you so certain to mention Peter's name?
Nah,
first out the gate.
Come on.
He attacked straight in.
And then he's going to come out and say, I joke, I kid.
Oscar, I'm in the Bible, you know. My name's in the Bible, bro. Behave.
What does that mean? There are many people. Yeah, but there are many names. Robbie from the Bible that do mad.
If we start here, we will finish.
Do you know what Jesus said about my name?
Wait. I just what?
Do you know what Jesus said about my name?
Hey, Peter Prentice is such a 2008 for the name.
Yeah.
What? That's my tag. As in my tag, Peter Preaches.
But like PP, you know.
Instead of Master P, it's Pastor P. You know what I'm saying? What's man talking about?
He
You
appreciates it.
know what I'm saying? I got my Bible where my
Robin said
strap
no.
should be. What's man talking about? Right. Yeah. Sorry. Next weekend. So the Champions League football. Arsenal got Monaco. Liverpool. Who you got?
Oh, Girona.
Girona. Okay. Mandem United. What have you got in the Europa League?
We're off to Prague, I believe.
Who we
Pilsen.
playing?
Who you playing?
Victoria Pilsen.
Oh,
The Pilsen.
So there's
There's
no vowels in the surname. Pilsen.
I mean, there's an E there.
One
an E. There's an E still. There's
But
an
to
E
be
still.
fair, but guys, to go PLZ is a mad
That
thing.
E did a lot of work though.
The E carried that one.
It's did the work of about 3 vowels. By the way, random one, yeah. Don't you man feel like Y could be a vowel?
No.
It is in some countries, along with H as well, like in French. It's mad. So yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Like, it's like a connection letter, no?
It is.
Like time, TYM. I don't know.
It's even the question why, like why?
Yeah.
Why?
Connecting letter.
You see? It's not so crazy now, is it?
But you know, English is a contradictory language, though.
It's such a contradiction out here.
It's
No, but you know what? You know what? It is one of the best languages because there are other languages where they put genders onto words and they don't know why.
Nah,
So,
I hear you.
yeah.
But what's
Even I don't know about that.
What's DUOGH?
Yo,
No.
ROUGH?
rough.
What's going on? What's going on here?
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason for that. There's no reason.
Why is K silent in knife? Like, what's going on?
No, real talk. Man says psychotic, but it starts with a P. What's going on here?
If I say to you, man,
Bob has a B at the end, you know.
if I say to you, READ, what does that tell you? What do you think that is?
I don't know.
Read
I said red,
or red?
and then what's if you add ing at the end of that? What is it?
Reading.
Is that what
There's
a
a
place
town,
or- is that
but
what a
there's a
place
town
or a
called
verb?
Reading.
Hey, man, I know this is a tangent on the tangent we're on. Are you man seeing Jermaine Defoe's trim?
He's maybe.
Nah, I haven't watched it still.
I have not seen it.
Have you
What's
seen the video that's just surfacing about him playing in Leytonstone with Harry Kane?
Yeah, I see that.
Wait, what? What do you mean? They're like 10 minutes apart.
Yo,
I don't know. Obviously, shout out to Big Bars Escobar. You get me, Defoe's brother, and that.
Wait. What? Is this modern day? Is this from like 10 years ago? What's the crack?
It must have been like Kane must have been a youth, like playing football, and then we'll come to the ends and thought, yeah, let me have a little kickabout. Do you know what I'm saying? Come off the T-Reg Vauxhall Tigra. You know what I'm saying? And Kane 1-2 kickabout, and then hop back in, and then Kane reminded him that you played with me. You had a little kickabout with us and the boys back in the day. Defoe don't remember.
What's Kane doing in Leytonstone?
He's EastEnder, man.
Yeah.
You forget he's an East Ender, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a proper East End. You know what I mean? But yeah,
East End boy, you know what I mean?
yeah, boy. Anyway, let me see. So Chelsea got FC Twente in the Conference League. Juventus Man City might be one to watch. Live from Turin.
Hold on.
They're
Didn't we
both
play
struggling.
in the Europa League?
Say again.
Didn't we play FC20 in the Europa League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but so how did they have?
It says here. Oh, that's the Women's Champions League. Excuse me. I think the
Stinker.
Women's Champions League. It's awesome.
Think of the Women's Champions League, but stinker.
So is there no Europa Conference on? Oh no, that's why. Because it's not. Thursday, Spurs Day. Spurs are away at Rangers. Big one. Yeah. Anyway, that's that more or less. Guys, and then in the Premier League, sorry, I meant to say Premier League, Arsenal at home to Everton, 3 o'clock kickoff. There's no 12 o'clock kickoffs, which is annoying. Or 12:30 kickoff rather, and there's no Friday game either. But the first game, 3:00 kickoffs, Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool, Fulham, big game. That should be on TV.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that's got 12:30 written all over it. Doesn't it?
It has. Newcastle at home to Leicester City, Wolves at home to Ipswich. The 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports is Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa. Sunday, there's 4 games. My God. Sunday, Brighton at home to Palace on Sky Sports. Yes.
No, next game.
Manchester City versus Manchester United, 4:30 kickoff on Sky Sports.
Yeah, stop right there.
Okay, I'll tag you in.
I didn't get annoyed.
After this game, is Chelsea versus Brentford at 7 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Disgracia.
The game is gone. Guys, the game we know and love is gone.
Oscar, not one game, but 2 games are at 7:00 on Sunday because your TNT live action is Southampton against Tottenham Hotspur. What?
Wait, you mean to tell me Chelsea are playing on Sunday at 7 p.m. and it's not televised in the UK?
Televised. Nope.
Not in the UK.
The Premier League need axing. They need someone, like when Ice Cube goes to the record label and starts smashing up the record. That's what they need to do to the Premier League office. Richard Scudamore, who's there? Who lives there now? Let's nap him.
Masters
Let's bang him up. What's he doing? What
Oscar.
are you doing?
And to top it off, we're back here on a Monday Night Football, 16th of December. Guess who's playing on a Monday night again?
West Ham United?
West Ham United are away at Bournemouth. And it will probably be the day Lopetegui gets the sack.
Hey, did you do Chelsea's European game? You didn't do that. You skipped over it.
Sorry, I was checking it. Oh, yeah, because I said it was FC20 when it isn't.
It's not. We're
Conference
playing
League.
Astana. Yeah, can you tell me the time of that game? Can you guys tell me what time Chelsea are playing European football? Can you guys tell me?
This is not a real
5
time.
o'clock?
This
What time
is not
is
a real
kickoff?
time. The kickoff time, local time here in the UK, is 3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
The game's gone. Football is bent. Football is such a bent. This team you're playing can't be from Europe. Where do they play? Kazakhstan. They play in Kazakhstan, guys.
Guys, I'm still in the office. I'm still in the office.
Like, you know when the game, like
It'll be daylight
the
here.
game can be finished and Oscar can still be in the office.
Oscar will be home.
I'm still in the office.
Yeah, you'll still be in the office. What's it? 5:30 finish. You'll be in the office,
I'm gonna have to try and stream it on my phone in the corner so no one can see.
guys. This team does not play in Europe because if you have to play a team, let me check flights to Astana. Sorry, you can carry on talking. From London.
What was that in the background?
Pete.
Yo,
We're approaching 3 hours. You're looking up flights.
I know. We need to wrap this up.
what I need to understand. Yeah, no. Listen, we're done. We're done. But what I need to know is, do you know how long? Do you know how long the average flight is from Heathrow Airport to, I can't even pronounce this name, Nursultan Nazarbayev? Do you know how long the flight is, Oscar?
7
I'll
hours.
tell you why it's a 3:30 kickoff. It's 12 hours and 20 minutes on average. It's not a European place. It's not a European place.
That's so bad for our team's morale. All right, Peter, I'll do you one more before you go.
Let's
Google
go.
the current temperature in Astana.
Astana temp.
Sam, you need to go to bed. I'm an hour ahead of these man. I'm ready to wrap this up.
Oscar, it is minus 24 right now. It's not a European country. We're leaving. We are leaving.
Guys, we're playing at 3:30 on Thursday in minus 24 weather. We're finished.
On a 12-hour flight. Guys,
Oh,
we
we're
are done.
finished. This
football's so
competition.
bent and rigged.
Oh, Rock Nation,
so
you will
bent.
crumble. We're finished. We're finished.
Guys, we will see you next week. It's been a cracker. It's been an absolute cracker.